Hello, everyone, and welcome to Quest and Chaos. We're the Chaos Agents right over there. We're playing Dungeons and Dragons tonight. The day after 420. It is 421.
It's still 420 somewhere, right?
You can still say blaze it, right?
Wait, did I miss it? Oh, I just don't remember.
Yeah. Oh,
How would you? Marijuana is a memory loss substance.
Exactly.
I don't know.
You mean
I
cannabis?
just worked for 12 hours. That's all.
Bro, you need cannabis.
The people are like, "Do you want some weed?" I'm like, "Not really." Oh, sorry. I know. Whatever.
You have friends. Just saying.
That was our conversation this morning, Thomas, and I thought it was going to be private.
Oh my God. I don't partake in that. I do enjoy myself. Gordon Biersch.
That's a good
Even
segue.
a Gordon Biersch, if the day is right. If it's Monday.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Gordon Biersch is on your ship, which is traveling across the ocean.
It's coming. It's on its way.
It'll show up in a few days.
So, as always, we are using Nord Games products, and when we get there, I will have to get up and go and find them.
I can pull the cards over here. I got my deck. No?
I don't know, man. We don't trust you that much.
Oh, man. All right. That's fine. That's fair.
Like we were talking about before, and everyone gets a break during quarantine.
Yeah.
You get a break. It's some crazy stuff.
So, what we do have though tonight is we have a giveaway for a Gale Force 9 deck of your choice, which may be these monsters of CR 0 to 5, but once you're the Foxy Irregulars, you need the epic monsters. Also available from this giveaway. We should be sponsored by Gale Force 9. I'll just throw that out.
If we did the actual XP version, like the South Park World of Warcraft episode, I would want to stay and just bang out sheep
Grind.
until we got to 20, and then all right, let's go adventure now. Now I feel ready.
Hey Thomas, those cards. Did you? Yeah, you were showing them to me earlier. These are really, really cool.
I mean, I should point out that these, in particular, were sent to us by Gale Force 9 to use on the stream. So,
Not today, though. Hopefully.
yeah. Well, I don't know. What is this? We'll just pick something out, and this will be our show today.
All right.
Oh God!
No.
It's like the Sims.
Oh,
Oh,
All right.
you just hit the
cute.
catastrophe button on SimCity.
It is challenge 26. We'll be fine. Everything's fine.
we're all
So
dead now.
we're gonna give away a deck of Gale Force 9 today because of the sub giveaway that you guys did. So many subs, lots of gifted subs, lots of resubs. We thank you, appreciate it. It's awesome, and we're giving those away because of you. Thank you. We also have, oh my God, totally unprepared. We also have Libra Sarconic dice in the house, which we will think about maybe doing probably on Saturday
Cool.
as a giveaway. These are very interesting. They call Easter themed dice.
Oh, those ones.
They look like the old school blue ones with red coloring. Let's see if Tiana can sit.
That's what they look like.
That's beautiful.
They're
Now,
gorgeous. They're very pastel, which I think is why they're calling them the Easter set.
Yes. Give me one moment. Discuss. Talk amongst yourself.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. Don't give us that invitation, man.
Carol Baskin totally killed her husband.
No, we're not doing film talk.
No, it's not a
UNC
film.
idea for Easter then. We should put all those dice into eggs and throw them around the office. But
They're
real
already
eggs, so that way
I will
rot.
also be right back. I have to feed my cats. So
Nice.
just taking care of this before the
Easter
stream.
was
Sorry,
like-
guys.
Is it essential?
Was
Yeah,
like
or they
yesterday
keep bothering
or
us.
a
No, it
few
was the
days ago.
12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we
It was
doing
the 12th.
Easter
That was
ideas?
like 9 days ago.
So,
doing Easter stuff.
bad news, everybody. I could not find the luck deck, but I could find the critical hit deck. So we'll use.
No, I got my
Use
luck deck. I got my
today.
luck deck.
I'm okay with it.
I am not.
We should have the ability to regrow limbs in this world because I would be losing many limbs in
I've
addition to
got
dying.
mine. If
I know somebody who's hoping you can grow limbs back.
maybe
Andraste is not that powerful.
if you
She's
can
not
grow
gonna be-
eyes, you can grow limbs.
She's not going to be
Andraste
that
is not-
powerful in this campaign, as far as I know.
She is not the only cleric, as far as I'm aware.
Fair.
All right. I want to go through some of this stuff here.
I dare you.
Ingebar Case with the sub. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Angabar.
Woot.
That's 16 months. 16 months. That is awesome.
Wow.
16 months.
Oof, we've been playing a lot of Chaos Agents.
We gotta get to episode 100.
When he says it in that tone, I'm reasonably sure he's about to drop rocks on us.
Yeah. He's like, I'm tired of this campaign. You all win. Goodbye.
No, I mean, no. I honestly, I do, looking at the timeline and everything, we're at least 90, I think.
At least another 19. That makes sense.
90, right? You said?
90
Yeah.
is what I
Yes.
heard.
Oh,
Yeah.
another 19.
Another
Yeah.
19 because I can math.
Oh.
Wow. Saying it like that makes me realize I'm not
You're
that.
way underthinking this. It's going to be at least 100, man.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll get to 100. We'll jump into campaign 2. We've already started it. I've technically already run 2 groups through the first bit of it. So,
Neat.
but that was before I met any of you. Warren, I knew Warren. That was it. All right.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah, I've already started thinking about my campaign 2 character.
nice. So we've got some bits. We have
Something
Tomago
game
Tora
breaking.
with 1,000 bits for the players.
Thank
That
you
is
so
new
much.
inspiration for you guys.
Cheers.
Thank you,
Thank you.
We have, the hef is kind of coming in very
doing?
solid every
Uh-oh.
time
What's the
with 2,000 bits. 2 inspiration for you, 2 inspiration for me. That
Fair
is
enough. Fair enough, I
amazing.
guess.
Thank you.
Yeah, fine. Yeah. Appreciate it.
Hey, I get a Panthrope gave me
Uh-huh.
1,000 bits. That smooth AF transition from 420 to Gordon Bear.
That was really nice,
yeah.
man.
Deserved, well deserved.
Segway is my middle name. Thomas Segway Cook.
Did your parents name you after that
Yes,
Yeah.
writer thing?
It's more the scooter than the
I am that young. Yes.
Glad to help, man.
2,000? Yeah, perfect.
Thomas
His parents were
Hoverboard
comedians.
Okay. Is this real? I don't think this one's real.
I think it
There's
is.
Did I get him?
There's no way this one's real.
I think it is.
That's just way too math for me to figure out.
Way too
Good.
mad.
Have fun,
Wait,
man.
Way too mad.
I believe
whose
it's
friend
14.
is this?
I think it's 14.
It is 14. So that is King Shikamaru with 7,000 bits. That is kicking up our tavern upkeep way up there. Speaking of which, we're going to have a very cool announcement about next month's tavern upkeep coming up.
7,000 bits?
Yeah.
I'm just going to have to write it
But
down.
who are the 7,000 bits for, Thomas?
Oh, that's for
Have a good
me.
look at that, Thomas.
Kill them all. So I may need to. Well, I mean, it's not me. It's the demigod.
Uh-huh.
Uzo instantly regrets stopping in Saltmarsh. He loads the party back up and he says, "You guys fend for yourself. We're out of here. You deal with the Demigorgon."
We do
See you, Barden
appreciate
Thorne.
it.
We rescued you from the
Around.
people.
We
That's it.
give a lot of shit, but we do appreciate it a lot.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
You know what we do also have from King Shikamaru is 3,000 bits. That is 6 inspiration to Eric.
Oh my,
Why, Aaron?
Specifically.
to me?
Yeah.
Why not?
I've
What
earned
the
it,
fuck?
but you should elaborate.
I think it's for the T-shirt. I'll just.
Thanks. It's extra baggy today.
Sweet
Very
V-neck,
comfortable.
dude.
You got that sweet V.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's deep. It is a deep,
Deep V.
It's bits to the face. All right, there we go.
As you
So-
do.
King
Thank you.
Shikamaru.
Thank you guys. So Aaron, you were King Shikamaru's favorite.
Valid.
that.
Valid.
His favorite. So
Thank
you know.
you. It's because we understand Naruto, and I honor my king.
Oh, nice. Very nice. Well done. I have no idea what you just said.
Oh yeah,
I am not a weeb, so I don't understand that reference at all.
born and raised.
Is weeb technically a derogatory term?
I say meeb, but I don't use it publicly.
Okay.
I don't know.
agree.
I don't know.
So, that's going to wrap
This guy
up
gets it.
announcements. 11 minutes long. So I am thinking about putting together a survey. I'm going to run this by Nick because Nick is a survey guru. He's all about data and looking at data and quality testing and stuff. So what I think that I want to do is I want to talk about the top of the show, right? So why do we have more people towards the end of the show? Why do we have less people in the beginning? Is it the recaps or just the weird banter? Do you hate it? Do you like it? We'll do a survey in the next few weeks. And
Don't take our banter away from us. Please don't take it.
That's all I
about
have
banter.
left.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and wild guess it. It's the notifications.
yeah,
They take time to go out.
maybe. Maybe.
What if I
Considering,
believe
like,
hard enough?
Got him.
considering
You got him.
people click the notifications about 6 times, like 6 people click the notifications, probably isn't it?
Oh, I mean, you know that people click
Yeah.
through from there.
Yeah, we can see how many people clicked on the go live notification, and it's not a lot.
I mean, what is 6? What is the percentage of 6 out of 22? Or
You 6 that are here today, thank you for clicking
Thank
on
you
it
so
and checking
much.
us out.
Yeah.
It is
Thank you for
That's a
appreciated.
coming.
significant percentage.
But that's also 6 out of the like 2,000 followers that we have. I don't know how many of them have signed up for
That's fair.
notifications, but
That's fair.
Yes. All right. Anyway, 13 minutes where we've just got through announcements. You guys are awesome. That's the biggest one of all. All right. We have a recap to do because last week so much happened. Warren Uzo was spoken to by dead people. His new power given to him by Dendar was speak with the dead at will, which is not how it was played out, but that was a very good narrative moment for how that new power came to be. You get 5 questions on speak with dead, and that's cool.
How many characters per question?
that's not
Unlimited.
specified.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to ask directly to one. I thought I couldn't like be in a room full of dead people and ask a group question.
Correct. You have to choose cast the spell on it. But I mean,
Area of effect spell.
given time, just like mending, given time, you can fix a lot of stuff. Talk to a lot of people.
That's unfortunate because the irregulars are very familiar with rooms of dead people.
I mean, anybody
we're
who
heroes.
knows how I play or knows Uzo is like, we don't need him alive in order to get information from him now.
Boy.
They do not have to tell you.
That's true.
They don't
That's
have
fair.
they don't have to tell you, and they don't have to be straightforward. In fact, it is written into the spell that the answers are usually cryptic.
Yeah.
That's
No,
funny.
it's in the
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
They don't have to be. They can lie essentially.
Yeah.
or just
They
not
can
answer.
lie, lead you astray. They can be cryptic.
Can they be
All
honest?
right. Then
Usually their life is a good bargaining chip, so before that happens, we should
yeah.
talk to them.
Or mutilated corpse. Whatever. A lot of
Yeah,
people
depending on the
don't.
situation.
A lot of people, dead people, want to be left in places they can be found.
And not.
Wow,
no
that
cap.
got dark.
We're not talking
I-
Tiger King. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Or I'll feed them to tigers.
God damn it.
Or in basket.
I could just see Uzo and Ruckus working together on that. That's the worst part.
It would be
Does
the most
somebody-
efficient teamwork.
Throw an animal out of a bag. the animal eats person.
And the animal questions if it's alive and if the food will stay there when it dies. And
It just wants to go back to watching Friends or whatever it was watching with its friends.
Seinfeld, not Friends.
Oh my God! Does somebody want to describe Aaron discovering his new power?
Yeah, he almost got killed.
Tiana?
Yeah, he did.
Through a series of being morning drunk.
There were two elements to discovering his new power. One, Uzo was listening at the door to Aaron discover this.
And he was pretty sure that it was another sort of self-discovering.
Yeah.
Yes, I was discovering furiously for an hour. My power, of course.
Uh-huh.
Tale as old as time.
Yes. And then you went outside as one of the pirates. Actually, the pirate that Uzo spoke to, yeah?
The dead corpse pirate, yes.
Yeah, the dead version.
Yeah. And, almost started to fight.
But at the price of a really sick price.
It's that risk and reward, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's one of those situations where Andraste would just look at you and go, I'm not healing that. You're just recover. Use your own stupidity. Maybe the scar will teach you.
But I was hockey punched swiftly after that. What happened? Food-wise, immediately after that incident.
Well, you see, Remy was very high and had these cookies that were procured from Andraste, and they happen to be the best damn cookies ever. And
I really want to know what Margaret puts in those, because there's like crack or something in them. Because what you
Coca-Cola used to put in cocaine.
That's true.
Coke original.
Well, when Remy heard that Uzo had some cookies on his door, he attempted to distract Uzo, and Uzo, falling for it, punched Ruckus in the gut, while Remy scurried off to eat his cookies.
And then there was dueling teleporting to try and get the cookies.
Indeed. There was a standoff.
As Andraste comes up the stairs carrying 2 boxes of the damn things.
Slowly becoming Super Saiyan team. I'm very happy.
Bagal also had his share of cookies.
He did. He stole the cookie that you shoved down the front of your pants.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we left off. You guys were heading to bed, and after the day's fight, the cookies, the weed, you guys hit those, frankly, very posh beds and went to sleep, waking up 8 hours later with a long rest.
Yay.
Let me just go ahead and do that in my D&D Beyond.
I was drunk all day.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Andraste's planning to head for the forest pretty much as soon as everyone is awake and she can let everyone know where she's going. If Remy still wants to come along.
In the morning, I'm not going down yet. I'm just sitting there with Kumara, looking at myself, just speaking to her or him through my head here, saying, Kumara, Denda spoke of gifts that we were to receive. It seems Uzo can speak with the dead. And Ruckus can become the dead, I mean, without actually being dead this time.
If Kumara could raise an eyebrow, it would. Like, what?
What about me? What's waiting for me?
Oh. Huh. Oh, that's interesting. It seems that Dendar gave me something new to do.
You? What do you mean you?
Huh. Watch this. And the entire room goes dark as momentarily your witch sight comes back. And you can tell that the room is in total darkness. You can see fine, but the room is totally dark.
My goodness. You did this darkness, this magical darkness. This is you.
Yes. No, nobody, well, unless they have your specific sight, no one else can see in this.
Is that right?
Oh, you could put ruckus in it.
Yes, I think I could, actually. It's a good
And
idea,
for a
Kumara.
And just that, Kumara just goes silent for a moment. And goes, yeah, but don't. Don't put ruckus in it.
No?
No.
Don't put ruckus in the darkness.
Nope. Don't put him in jeopardy.
I promise you I will always strive to save Ruckus. Though he may not always deserve it. I'm just kidding, of course he does.
Yes. Well, yeah. I also have more gifts from Dendar.
Oh.
Or rather, Lonely Yeti with 1,000 bits for the players.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Nothing like great role play interrupted by bits. Podcast systems, we totally hear you.
And then I say, how do I activate this? How does this work?
You let me know when you need it. Here, let's try it. And darkness goes away. Please roll me a d6.
Oh goodness.
I'm always a wee bit nervous when the
2.
when the DM says that.
2. Okay. Tell me you want darkness.
Kumara. Blind them. I'm thinking of a catchphrase here when I want you to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I think it'd be cool.
And nothing happens. I said, what?
No? It wasn't that bad, was it? All right. How about
What? It's
rush
only
forth with the shadows? No. Okay.
Nerd.
This is weird. If that was a one-time use, that sucks.
Thomas?
Just that strangled little noise from Bo. Stop it.
Quick, reload the last save.
Is this only with Kumara in his hand?
We don't know.
Further experimentation will be needed.
We can try again later. Don't worry. I'm very excited for this.
This usually doesn't happen to me.
No, trust me, I completely understand. Nerves and all that. But please, it's fine. We'll try again later. It's probably my fault, not yours. So don't worry.
Intended metaphor.
And actually.
And with that, Ruckus and Andraste, you're up. Uzo. Morning comes.
Yeah, Uzo's downstairs, just at a table eating breakfast solo, waiting for people.
Yeah, Andraste's been awake for quite a few hours, but hasn't come out of her room. She's been preparing for the time in the forest, getting everything packed and making sure she has what she knows she'll need. Aaron, you were about to say something?
Oh, I want to have done something with my weapon bond ability, but I want to have drunkenly done it in the long rest or slightly before it.
Right.
I only need an hour, but it says, anyway, I just want to unbond the butter knife, and I want to bond the the shield to my left hand.
Can you do that, or does it have to be a weapon?
You can
Magical barrier, you and one weapon between yourself and one weapon. Oh, so
Could
it
you
can't
use
be a
the shield to bash something?
Not even though it's stupid, and you should be able to, because shield bash is a very valid thing and very historically accurate. Not in 5e.
Fireball is pretty accurate too.
I mean,
If
fair
you've seen
enough.
Onward, it's there.
Oh
No?
my god!
Yeah,
Such a.
that was a good
I
film.
will not be dragged into film talk.
Oh, so close.
I'm watching you, Mr. Williams.
Wait, so then I can't do this, the shield. If not, I have a backup, but I'm just clarifying.
Okay. Yeah, you cannot do the shield.
All right, then one of the throwing hand axes from episode 1.
You still have those?
Yeah, I
still
never threw them ever again after that, actually, and I'm realizing that recently.
It still has troll guts on it. And you're like, oh,
The episodes
that's
later.
that's what that is.
All right, then yeah, one of the hand axes. I'm good.
All right.
How does that improve your? What did the butter knife give you for damage, and what does the hand axe give you for damage?
1d4 versus 1d6, I think. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
Hand
Yeah,
axe is. Yeah. Oh, 1d8 for the hand axe.
Nice.
1d6, I think.
1d6.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yep, it says that.
I was gonna say the 1d8 is me using my longsword with one hand.
It's saying that about booming blade.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay. Yes, hand axe, and I'm good to go.
Cool.
neat.
All right. Uzo's down eating at the thing. Anyone come down?
Oh yeah, I leave my room after that.
Okay. So eventually
I'm hungover.
all of you make your way down to the common room. You see the bartender that was there before. And if anybody in chat remembers the name.
I feel like it was Brandon.
Bartender?
I think it was Brandon, but I don't remember. But Brandon sounds right.
Brandon sounds pretty
Keith?
good. No, it wasn't Keith. Brandon sounds pretty good.
I don't remember.
It's been a weekend. All right. And so it's been a month. It's been 2 months.
In 2 years.
It's been 84 years.
Anyway.
Anyway, I think this is why people don't watch the beginning. So
I died 10 years ago.
When Andraste comes down, she has her pack over her shoulder and, equipment and everything.
Where are we off to?
We are not off to anywhere. I told you I was going off to the forest.
Oh, that's right. How long will you be there?
A couple of days, no longer. I should be back before the ship comes into harbor.
Do you anticipate trouble in the forest?
Not really. I asked Margaret about how the forest is around here, and she gathers herbs out there, and she says that it's, the usual sort of natural dangers, of course, but I've spent my life dealing with those, so I don't anticipate much in the way of trouble. I'm gonna glance over at Remy and raise an eyebrow and be like, "You still coming?"
Yes, I would enjoy that very much.
All right.
Gentlemen, I should be back, I suppose. Should I pack anything? I haven't packed a thing.
You shouldn't need too much, but I would recommend bringing at least your bedroll.
Excellent. I'll
Ruckus,
go get that.
are you downstairs?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
came down in the morning.
Yeah,
I'm hungover though.
And
You guys
he
are all
looks at disheveled Ruckus and he goes, "What are we going to do?"
Take some time to rest.
I know what. Feel free to follow me if you want, Ruckus, but there has to be a library in town somewhere. I'm going to spend a good part of the day there.
There's no fighting in a library, is there?
There is no fighting in the library. At least as far as I can tell. There's no fighting in the library, right, Andraste?
Not usually. No,
God,
not unless
yes.
there's a particularly vicious book.
Oh God, you're so loud. Is it quiet there at least?
Yes.
Okay, deal. I'll go to your books.
Uzo walks up to Ruckus across the table and pats him on the forehead. Is everything all right with you?
Ha 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 ha. Yes, if you don't do that. Thank you.
Andros just like flinches in sympathy because she's like, oh, I see how hungover you are. I'm so sorry.
I hear that the trick for this is another drink, as he motions for the barkeep to send over another beer.
Yes, fire with fire, please.
Andraste,
Yes.
if you would, a intelligence check, please.
Oh God. You're asking me for an Oh God. Fine. I'm not even gonna I'm not even gonna type it in because it's just a D20. It's an 11.
All right, 11. You've done this before, and I believe you can cast Lesser Restoration and make that hangover go away.
I can. I don't think I have Lesser Restoration currently prepared, but I also haven't done anything. So
Greater
I could
Restoration might take it.
say that one more time.
Greater Restoration might help too.
I mean, I do have Greater Restoration. No, I don't. I don't have Greater Restoration prepared either. So,
Uzo
sorry, mate,
looks
you're just gonna have to suffer.
at
I have to live with my
Andraste,
decisions.
and I
Yes.
guess he thinks he
Hmm.
recognizes in her eyes what she wants to do, and he kind of looks over and he gives her the subtle no nod. He needs to learn his lesson. Like, don't worry, Andraste, I will take good care of this one, as Uzo grips you really tightly, shaking you in the grips.
Uzo, just promise me one thing. If you're going to make sure that he's all right, just for my sake of security, just promise me one thing.
What? I need to know.
Keep him hydrated. Give him a lot of water, but not from your geyser. If you give him geyser and blow him across the town, I will hear about it and there will be trouble.
He looks at Ruckus and he whispers, "You're very lucky she said that. I will take good care of him."
I whisper
Step
back. You're lucky you're not covered in bile at this point. Oh.
I come down with my pack on at that point. See
right.
Ruckus in his misery. Come up. Hey, buddy. How are you doing?
Uh-oh.
And I still lazily call the flamberge and then lazily drift it towards Remy, but not like life-threateningly fast.
I was thinking, as I touch it and move it away,
What's up?
I was thinking we could do that rematch now.
Oh, now you're feeling confident right now at this specific moment, eh?
No reason. Just,
If-
I'm feeling good. I woke up in a good mood.
Look over at Uzo and
heroic.
be like, no, if they're going to do this, I am casting it.
I will take the wages.
You're a dead man. And I lift my hand and I will use alter self again. But instead, I accidentally become like Elven. And, and my hand does nothing claw-like at all. But that's the effects of this right now.
Huh, you actually do look like you could be my brother now.
Can you do
What?
that whenever you want?
Ish.
What
do you
else
mean,
can you
ish?
turn into?
Pretty much. I've similar people I've seen. I've tried different races. I even looked like Harabos for 1 minute. It was grotesque, and I was infuriated. Punched the glass in the mirror. It's broken.
Does it
But,
have to be people? Humanoid creatures? Can you turn into Shadowburn Terry?
Unfortunately, I tried. It doesn't really work. I have to. I stayed in my form, or I experience great pain that may kill me. I don't know. I just kept pushing.
I think it's worth the test. This is what we will do today. We will test your newfound ability, and we will see just how much you can push to the limit.
If I come back and find him dead, you're giving me your diamond.
If you come back and find him dead, he is probably pretending to be the undead like he did yesterday.
No, if I come back and I find him truly dead, you're giving me the diamond and I'm going to cast resurrection.
He checks his pocket. He's like, I didn't give my diamond to you last time to...
I don't think so, but I'm not sure about that.
I thought I might have given you mine.
I don't currently have one.
We lost the diamond?
No, I don't think we lost a diamond. It's probably in your bag.
Did Uzo give it away to some random person?
No, not a diamond.
He made sure to keep that. I remember that.
Not a diamond.
Whose notebook is it in?
Maybe we
good.
shouldn't speak too loudly in the bar about a lost diamond.
Yeah,
But I will search for it later.
fair enough.
I'm just
Also-
kidding, buddy. We don't have to fight yet. Of course.
No. When I sober up, round 2. But for now, I'm going to
we can sell tickets to the townsfolk.
see, profitable and fun.
I
Now,
like that.
But after you are recovered, after
of
you've
course.
gotten some rest.
and I figure out some more about my abilities. I don't want to sound insane, but don't you think there'd be a book or something about this power of mine at the library?
Probably.
I'm just going to see what they have there. What tales might be able to keep me company on the ship when we set sail next. But if I see something, I'll pull it for you.
Well, wasn't he going with you? Aren't you going with him, Ruckus?
Yeah, you're not getting out of this that easily.
But
Oh.
you cannot read every language, unlike myself.
Who needs to? Elven. I just go to that section and it should be fine. Beautiful section. Don't even need common.
Elvish. It's
Right.
Elvish.
Mm-hmm. We said the same thing. Yes.
It is
I think this is going to go very well.
Books
Okay, well then,
indeed.
Andraste, should we leave them to their own machinations?
I'm a little afraid of this, but at least there is a cleric in the town. So if things go terribly sideways, hopefully Mitch McTortle will help them and not further their demise.
Wouldn't count on it.
I wouldn't either, but I'm at least hopeful. Their halfling seemed like a lot of fun. I quite liked Emma. She was nice. She was who gave me the cookies, and I pull out my box and what's left above my share out of my bag of holding. Show it, stick it back in the bag.
Mhm. I
Later.
happen to not have any left over from last night.
I'm aware. I watched you devour it.
Yeah.
Punch
It
me
was
in the
great.
gut.
I'll share later. Let's go.
Onward. Good luck, you two.
Good luck.
Yay.
So Andraste and Remy head out in the morning light out of Saltmarsh. People are out and about. It seems like definitely a more normal day. There are people, they kind of, greet you again, with a nod and a tip of the hat as you go. And they actually kind of, once you're past, you look back every once in a while and they're looking like, I wonder where they're going. It's kind of that, kind of a look you get as the two of you walk out of town.
Small town curiosity.
Into a game trail, or you can take the main road north. There is a path. It's not a road, but there's a path north that you could take, or it pretty much goes into sparse forest. So it's not super dense. It's not crazy. No problem getting around.
All right.
And you head off. What is your
I
plan?
think
Where are you going?
The plan is to go out and be in the forest for a couple of days and just be out there. Maybe run across Samthel if that happens, but she's not looking for him. Just be out there, be in nature, and reconnect with who she is a little bit. So she's actually going to point out the two options for paths to Remy and say, so we could take the better traveled path or the game path. I am indifferent. Do you have any preference?
So you know me. I'm an adventurer. Let's take the one less traveled. Yes.
I have heard that those tend to lead to more interesting places.
And death.
Well, there's always that option, isn't there?
Well.
Shall we?
Indeed.
All right. So you guys head off into the forest. How far do you want to go? You can make miles. You can.
Yeah, I think I want to go. A solid couple of hours into the forest.
Okay. So you get hiking. You are in a equatorial area, so it is because it's way south of Baldur's Gate. Saltmarsh is. You guys travel for quite a while. It is a beautiful day. It is obviously fall at this point. It is crisp, but yet still warm, and it's actually quite lovely. You travel for about an hour in that sort of scenario. You see that the leaves are changing in the trees. They're getting that yellow and that red. And about an hour and a half into your walk, it actually gets to a little bit wetter, a little bit more marshy. And the game trails seem to meander a bit, and you hit I guess it is a marsh. You hit marshland where there are cattails and water. And give me perception checks.
Okay.
Does Winthorpe get one, or is this just me?
What was Winthorpe doing?
I don't know. He's just flying above, hanging out, or he's on my shoulder. One of the two.
Yeah. Just you down by the water.
It's 5.
I got a 27.
Thank God.
So Andraste, you actually hear I don't know, maybe 100, 150 feet. There's a pretty large splash on one side of this water area that you are near. Something going into the water. You know the sound, but that's about it.
All right. There was something large that just went into the water, so I think we avoid the water where we can. I don't know what sort of water creatures there are this far south.
Right. Okay. Avoid the water is always good for me. How do we do that? As I'm looking around.
I also want to look around, get my bearings, and see what kind of paths there are. Is there any? Does the land just like go from forest to pure marsh, or is there like a way to maybe get around it? Or
I mean, there's definitely that transition area. And you did see when you were walking, the game trails sort of like split in different directions. Goes to the water, comes back. There's many places to go. It is a lot thicker here in this portion, than it was between Saltmarsh and the swamp.
Okay. Then I recommend that we backtrack a little bit and take one of the game trails that splits off a little bit. So
how far back was that?
100, 200 feet. I mean, it's not that far.
Okay. No, I agree. Let's get back to the junction.
All right.
Of however many there were. And I can send Winthorpe out and have a look, see what the best trail might be for our purposes. Whatever that may be.
A very useful ability there.
Yes, actually. I got tired of not being able to see things or scout things, and there was Winthorpe, actually.
All right, so you guys backtrack. Go ahead and give me a perception check from Winthorpe.
That's with advantage. And then I think Winthorpe has a plus. Let me check here. Extras. Perception +3, so that's 15.
15, all right. So Winthorpe goes up above the tree line and kind of scouts around, and he communicates with you, correctly? Correct?
Yeah,
okay.
Telepathic.
So it communicates that the swamp starts, and it goes quite a ways until there's sort of an inlet and a bigger river and a river basin up north, but to the west, the forest moves around it and continues north. There is a hill. There's actually some sort of tree house out there that he can see.
I relay this information to her, yes, I don't know if you're looking for isolation, that may not be the best place if someone else lives there. But at least it's clear and it's better than this marsh.
Well, that may be the person that Margaret told me about that lives out here. God, what was his name? Sam something. I don't remember what the whole name was.
Are they friendly?
She indicated that he was a bit weird, but friendly enough.
Oh. Would you say that they are irregular?
Ha. I believe her comment was, well, the sort of person who would live out in the forest alone.
Right up your alley, clearly.
I was going to say.
Yes. Yes, clearly. Well, do you think they'd respond well to a visitor? I don't know if you want to, but
I mean, they might or not. I recommend that we go that. I am less comfortable in marshes than I am in forests. So perhaps following the forest around and staying in the forest as opposed to the marsh.
At the very least, let's do that. Onward.
And if we run across the treehouse, then we run across the treehouse.
All right. As you guys continue in the forest, a couple of things going on. We have Stilbo with 500 bits
Oh,
to the players for swamp monsters. I'm not sure how that's supposed to work.
we'll take it.
Monster.
I'm honestly waiting
No,
for rodents
it's
of unusual size.
It's beware the swamp people.
Ah.
So that is definitely to you guys. Then we were raided. So
Hi,
yeah,
welcome.
giveaway time. Hot stuff here. So welcome raiders. We when we get raided, we do something cool. We do a giveaway when we're raided, as long as I am logged into Nightbot ahead of time. And
Place your bets though if it crashes.
Oh yeah, there is a.
Odds are pretty good in Vegas there.
It's definitely like a 2 to 3, 2-3 chance. I don't know how. I don't know the exact way to say it.
You're usually better at math than me.
Yes,
I'm not good at odds.
So we give away Nord Games critical hit deck or a luck deck. Warren, you want to show them the luck deck?
Ah, damn it. This is the Nord Games luck deck right there.
That one has the 5e logo on it. Yours will not have that 5e logo on it. Spoiler alert.
Ooh.
But it's still for 5e.
It is.
We got
still
some
for 5e.
hashtag chaoses in the chat. Are we ready for that yet?
We are ready.
Okay.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Hashtag chaos, guys.
Put it in the chat.
So hashtag chaos in the chat for a chance to win one of
the
these.
chat.
We've got our regulars who enter. The rules are U.S. and Canada only, excluding Quebec. Let us know if you've already put your name in and you're from not those places. You can only win one item from us per month, but come back if you do for more. So do that. We will draw that in just a moment, but we are going to continue on in the forest with Remy and Andraste.
Okay.
All right. So and Andraste takes up the lead again and continues on this game trail, hooking around the swamp and heading north with that. And I mean, she's monitoring her pace so she doesn't outrun Remy. It's a very casual walk while keeping an eye on things around to make sure we're not about to be ambushed by a bear or something.
I'm gonna keep Winthorpe kind of up in the trees, scouting ahead of us, 60 feet, I'd say.
Okay.
Staying within telepathic communication, just making sure.
Gotcha. So you travel for a while, and it's just forest after forest after forest.
How does it feel, Andraste, being here surrounded by all these trees? Do you find one that looks good for us to hang out in? I don't know how this works. I just assumed we just live in a tree for a day.
If you would like me to find a good tree to live in, there's some excellent candidates.
I mean, I don't want to change your plans. I just want to know what they are.
Honestly, I didn't have much of a plan coming in. Just being out here, living on the land for a while, being Andraste, Guarina, as I was before all of this.
Well, let's find a tall tree that you like, that's suitable.
All right. I'm going to keep an eye out for something that looks like it will be reasonably secure, that won't be difficult to help Remy boost up into.
Okay. Not a super tall tree.
I mean, a tall tree would be nice, just to stay out of the range of things that can reach up and swipe. But I mean, he's
like 50 feet up.
Yeah, he's a bosun. He can climb stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm whatever you think is right on draw stay. Don't worry about me. I'm a bit acrobatic every now and then.
Fair enough. All right, and I'm gonna find a good tree that looks like the sort of place that I would spend time in when traveling in the forest alone.
All right. You certainly find a tree like that. It is a large tree. It is. There are some branches, but it is a massive trunk, and it goes pretty far up. And if you want to climb it, you can climb it. You do see up there some pretty nice branches that you think would be a good lookout to really get a look at the area.
All right. I think this is a good choice here.
Excellent. Give me athletics checks. Both of you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't even have a roll.
I get to re-roll it. Re-roll it.
Oh, good.
Warren, you want to draw me a card?
Oh, fuck.
This is a Nord Games luck deck. I believe somebody rolled a 1.
Shuffle it. This is not the way it goes, but I'm going to pick out the first one I come across, which is the next person you interact with takes an irrational disliking to you. Damn it.
Ooh, there's no way that could go wrong.
That's us.
Yeah.
We're going to get that card.
or us running across Samfell.
God.
Terrible librarian.
Yeah, right.
Can I argue for advantage, Thomas, because this is a tree?
Actually, do you have disadvantage because of your armor? No.
No, it's elven chain.
You're rusty.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. We were just in the forest like 2 weeks ago.
So what did you roll?
I rolled an 11 total.
All right. And Remy?
12.
All right. So Andraste, you are rustier than you have been. You also are carrying a lot more weight than you're used to. You're used, and I guess both emotionally and physically. And you, it's more of a struggle than you remember it being, but it takes you a little while to get up. And Remy, this is your first time climbing a tree of this sort. It is, you've been in masts and rigging and stuff, but there's always some sort of handhold when you're doing that. So this is a little bit harder, but you follow Andraste's lead, and eventually you two make it up about 45 feet to this very large branch sticking off, and a decent place where you can kind of sit.
All right. I'm going to take it. I'm definitely breathing hard too. Just like,
yeah.
Well, that was harder than I remember it ever being. Good Lord.
All right. You don't get to pick the trees from now on.
Fair enough. My eyes are apparently bigger than my climbing ability at the moment.
Oh, I'm going to feel that tomorrow. Do not tell the others.
Tell the others what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Thank you.
Because if I tell them about you having trouble, you get to tell them about a wood elf struggling her way up into the branches, and that looks bad, just so bad.
That's good. Okay, we have a deal.
Yes. I'm gonna stand up and like embrace a hand on a branch like right above to move out a little ways and look around and get a lay of the land.
So you get a very good view of the surrounding area. From here, you can see the village. You see the ocean all the way on the south to the west. You actually see where there is ocean off in the distance. Looking behind, just north of where you are looking to the west, northwest. That's the word for it. There is a hill, a pretty large hill that even you can't see over the top of, and to the east, you see more ocean. And eventually you do see where that river delta is, up to the northeast, sort of, and then the river kind of hooks around that hill over on the other side.
And I'm just standing up there, feeling the air, breathing in the way the forest and the ocean mingle, and just.
And and in front of you is a massive canopy of golden, yellow, and red leaves. It is a sight to behold. Remy, you see this as well, kind of sitting there. You don't have to stand up.
Mhm.
Sitting on the branch, you see all of that as well. And it's not an experience you've had before. Seeing the nature in that way.
My God.
Isn't it beautiful?
I thought the sea was beautiful before. And now I can see that it is only helped by the rest of this island, this forest. I can see why this might be alluring. Why one would want to settle down here, not just because of the place, but the chance to live a life here.
Gonna make my way back to him and then sit down as well, slinging one leg casually over the branch and letting my foot dangle, just completely relaxed.
Thank you, Andraste, for taking me here.
You are the sort of person who I knew would see the beauty of this. There are certainly, not necessarily just with our companions, there are people that I've traveled with before who couldn't see the beauty in the wildness and the forest and the nature. And they're not people that I care to travel with, especially not in this sort of expedition, but I knew that you would be. And when you offered to come along, how could I turn down the chance to show you something that I love so much?
I am thankful to you for showing me this, and humbled by its power. It's easy to forget all this when we're going from one crisis to another. We are to fight. I don't. Mammon, I believe.
I think so. That's what I've heard anyway.
So before we do that, just knowing the power here, this place, it's very nice. Thank you for sharing this with me before we head to Baldur's Gate next, to hell itself.
Part of the reason why I wanted to come out here was to remind myself of what I will return to. As you said, running from one crisis to another, it's easy to get lost in the moment-to-moment things and forget that there are forests and oceans that were here long before I was born and will be here long after I'm gone. And that strength, that continuity gives me something to return to. So it's something worth fighting to stay alive for.
I can see that. So what do we do out here then?
Well, I'm gonna check check the sun. Is it getting on toward about noonish?
Actually, it is afternoon.
Okay.
And it is getting it's getting. Yeah, it's mid-afternoon. 3.
Okay.
You hear Remy's stomach go.
Yeah.
So what do we do here for food, particularly?
Well, the trails that we have been following are game trails. So, I want to use my. Okay, here's the question. Do you want me to use my Outlander ability to just go ahead and gather food, or do you want me to make survival checks to go hunting?
No, it is not a problem. You were not hunting on your journey here.
Mhm.
If you went into hunting mode, there's no problem catching whatever game you want. I mean, there is deer, there's rabbit, there's all sorts of things around.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead.
In fact,
no, I very much want to go hunting with her.
Okay,
So-
and as you start thinking that, an acorn drops onto the branch next to you, Remy, and then down to the ground. And you look up, and another one right on your forehead.
Oh, bloody!
And on Rasta, you look up, and you see a pretty fat gray squirrel, like abnormally fat, up there, and it's just kind of like gnawing at it and looking down at you guys, and then it just like throws one down again. This one misses you, Remy. As it
Wait, Andraste. Winthorpe,
Oh no!
give him a scare, will you?
So, okay, I need to make a check. So Winthorpe goes, and is that? I mean, it's an owl. I mean, yeah, it's a tiny owl, but it's still an owl, and heading straight for it, and and the eyes on this squirrel become as wide as it is.
I want it to be like 30 feet above, dive bomb up 30 feet,
yeah.
dive bomb up 30 feet.
Oh God, that's a 3. Oh, the squirrel's gone. Squirrel's like scrambles and leaps for it to get out of the way of Winthorpe as it's like dive bombing it. I have a good table back. Okay, he managed to catch onto another tree nearby and scramble on, and like, runs, and it's like, and then it runs off.
And you'll get more of the same. Don't mess with the Foxy Irregulars.
And that was from Still, but that was Still's idea for 500 bits. So thank you for that.
Thank
Great little
you.
moment.
I like that.
That's great.
dynamic.
That's
really cool.
delightful.
Yeah, that's really cool.
We're
Just
probably,
added that to my stack.
that's to your stack.
Okay.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Fair enough.
Yes.
We're probably in his tree, and I'm sure he'll be happy to see us move along. So, what do you fancy for food? I saw tracks of deer. I saw some rabbit, some pheasant, maybe a couple of quail. What do you fancy? This is a rich environment.
I fancy more dangerous prey.
Oh.
Yes.
All right, I was typing in the chat real quick.
And-
Last
and-
chance, #chaos.
And what is it that you fancy as far as a more dangerous prey?
Well, I don't want to be wasteful, so nothing too big. Something that will last us for the evening, but also is a challenge.
Did I see tracks of anything that might match that description?
Be a thick rabbit.
Felt that.
A boar would be acceptable.
I remember us hunting boar before, actually.
Mhm.
Remember that?
I do.
Yeah.
You know what? I do think that there was something that matched that description. It was the Demigorgon.
No!
That's
Don't
not
split the party.
edible. That's not edible.
So definitely crocodile, definitely boar. And Remy, if you want to make survival checks to see how well you do,
Well,
with
I was
advantage because Andraste is helping.
I was hoping that I could role play it a little
Okay.
bit to try and take down this boar. I don't
All right.
know.
Well, if you fancy something a little bit more dangerous, I think I saw boar tracks.
Sorry, Warren.
No.
Okay.
I'm entertain me.
All right. Okay.
There you go.
Dance.
Bread and circuses, mate. Bread and circuses.
Before we get to that, let's go ahead and roll this. We've got another giveaway again of these Gale Force 9. Oh, I shouldn't have shown that. Gale Force 9 deck of your choice.
Which?
What? And kaboom, Damon Kitty winning an Nord Games.
Congratulations.
Critical hashtag.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Cheers.
I'm going to reset this giveaway right away. It is 8:07. You have to be here for you have to be here when we do the drawing for the Gale Force 9 deck of your choice, which will be probably right at the end of break, which you do not want to miss because there is 12 and a half minutes of some amazing content break that Warren made last week or this week. Who knows what day?
Last week, I think, because it's only Tuesday.
Yeah.
That Warren shout out. Yeah.
It was fun. It was funny. I giggled my way through it.
That's some good chat.
It is a recap of the Foxy Irregulars' entire run so far. These are all 70 episodes condensed into 12 and a half minutes.
So as you might guess, there are some inaccuracies.
No, actually, this is canon, actually. Gospel according to
I feel
Warren.
like this is how Warren's or Uzo's book that he's had. That's how it goes.
Oh, answer me this. Does Uzo's book refer to Andraste as a princess? Because he kept doing that during this thing, either a princess or a queen.
Yeah, he definitely thinks that Andraste is noble and thinks Ruckus is like Ruckus should have been on the sidewalk with him. Panhandling.
That's why I was like, no. You possibly couldn't mean that.
Nice.
All right. So back to this.
We're gonna go boar hunting.
Boar hunting.
Cool. I am so down with it.
So all right. So the thing about boar and the thing about halflings, they're the same height.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if these branches and these trees are thick enough to where I can go from tree to tree, jumping through using my acrobatics and stealth.
You can 50 feet up, and you'll be making checks.
Okay.
So we'll need to descend a little bit.
Only 50 feet up. I'd have to come. There's nothing lower than that I could.
Yeah. These trees are mostly. This canopy is way up there. They're big, thick trees, which is why it's pretty easy to get around.
I will say to Andraste, I want to hunt boar, and I want to get the drop on them.
All right. What do you
I don't know. Ever since I woke up this morning, I've been feeling very spry, more than usual. I was thinking.
I can't imagine why. Sorry, that was Tiana's voice.
Grabs the sword and lifts it this way so it goes.
Like going.
This is why you wanted to go to the forest all
Hey. And I think that I could get the drop on them if I go tree to tree hunting.
All right.
Can you?
That's the real question, isn't it? I am not as acrobatic as you are. I can move reasonably through the forest, but jumping from branch to branch is not something that I usually do.
Fair enough. Would you like to hunt on ground and I'll hunt up above?
What was that, Thomas?
Nothing. It was a movement.
And the worst part is I think that Wood Elf should just be able to do that because I think it's the best way to get around a forest, but...
Here's what I think. I think you go on the ground and distract it, and I come in like a raptor from above and get it. A bird of prey, if you will.
Yes. All right. Let's see how this goes.
Okay.
All right. So give me a survival check, Andraste, for tracking a boar.
Okay. That is a...
I also wanted to send Winthorpe out as well to kind of look around and and see if we can scout.
I am rolling like shit today. That's an 11.
So you hunt for a while.
How much inspiration do we have?
We have
A
17.
ton? You've got a ton.
Yeah. Let's use 2 for the reroll.
Okay.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 2
Oh.
and then added my +9 to it.
I say for the spice of the role play, you keep those.
Okay.
The randomness. That's just me. I don't know.
How much we got?
I'm not jumping from tree to tree in my role play. I'm performing though, so I don't want anybody to get any damage.
Yeah.
I hear you.
That's fair. I would like the reroll if I could have it.
Seconded.
Thank you. All right, much better. 19.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So you're kind of lost at first, just in that whole like, God, this was easier before, and then you see a track, and you start following it. This is a much deeper track, and it is you can tell this is a large, not a large creature, but is a large boar.
Okay.
It's medium, and
it's bigger than Remy.
It takes you a little while, but you do find it, and it is in some bushes.
All right.
But you know that it's there. And Remy, give me a perception check just to keep up with Andraste. She is like moving through these trees, looking for traps and finding where this goes.
Perception?
Yeah.
Winthorpe at all?
I mean, I'm not trying to hide from him.
12?
Okay. Yep. So you have you have to jump around, and this eventually you're getting to the point of like, I thought she was attractive. I'm just playing off the but you
I trust her implicitly.
Yeah. So you look down and you see Andraste on one side of this pretty large bush, and the boar on the other side of the bush, like you can tell it's like listening and kind of looking around, knowing that there's an elf there.
And I've been jumping from tree to tree there.
Yep.
Okay, hood up. And then I try and position myself very stealthily above this guy, ready to descend on him, slowly getting closer and closer, as close as I can. Down the tree I'm at.
So you're going to climb down the tree.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a stealth check, regular, because you have your hood up.
The anticipation.
Right.
Natural 20.
Damn!
Oh,
That's
All right.
a 33.
That's a 33 stealth.
He
What in the
fucking nailed it. All
maker's
right.
name?
instant transmission.
This is red. Oh shit, I can see myself. So this is a red one. I'm gonna give you the first blue one I come across. Damn.
Move
There we
faster,
go.
mate.
Ah!
Fortuitous
Is it fortuitous?
circumstance.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
keep these in my game. Do I chuck this or do we do another one?
This is what happens
okay.
when you don't have your own deck, Thomas.
I see it now. Okay.
You have to stand. What will you do?
Yeah, get rid of fortuitous circumstance. That's what you do. I also pulled out a random item of yours goes missing.
True.
Oh, that's nice.
All right. So do I keep fortuitous or do I use this
No.
unknown one?
Next one.
Next
Let's see what it is.
Oh man. All right. 1d8 after making a saving throw.
It's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So it does not
Fortuitous
seem
circumstance would play
So
so
very-
well today.
Right.
Very
how close do you want
stealthily.
to get to
I want to get close enough, whatever's the lowest branch, to it.
it? 45 feet.
45 feet.
That's
the
a big
lowest
enemy.
branch.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I was pretty specific in my description, I believe.
Wow. Okay. No other like dead branches kind of hanging out here or there or anything? Nothing?
These are weird trees.
Okay.
But you can climb down it, and you're pretty close. I mean, I'd say you're like 10 feet away from it.
Okay. And I ready Kumara and wait for the boar. Is the boar going to make a move on Andraste at all?
I've taken out my short bow by the way and knocked an arrow because I know where this thing is and I want to like edge around so I can see it and get a shot off on it.
Okay. As you move, give me a stealth check.
Also known as that thing I'm not very good at. 18, not bad.
Okay. So you sneak around, and you
33, but
and you see it,
mm-hmm.
And it doesn't see you.
Excellent.
As I'm going down.
So it was expecting you to come around the other way. So you see its ass. Remy, you are on the flank of it.
I'm on the side of the tree, kind of shimmying down a little bit at a time as I can, and my cloak being over me makes me look like a knot in the tree that just kind of lowers and then lowers. And I get ready, and I look behind me, and I turn and I jump off, and with Kumara, I jump down on him. Oh, during that time, do I get a short rest?
No.
No, okay.
Do not.
All right, so I jump down and go to skewer it.
All right. I would like attack rolls from both of you because I believe Andraste is shooting at the same moment.
Mm-hmm. Or pretty close too.
Come on, one. That's all I'm saying.
Advantage for hidden attacker, unseen.
Oh yeah, do I get advantage because it doesn't see me?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. 21. Oops, no, that's not right.
I was gonna say that's not right.
No. Sorry. Roll 2d 20. Keep highest 1.
Okay, 1.
I got a 13.
There it is, 17.
All right. So actually, hold on. Nope. Okay, so both of you strike true.
Nice.
So it is not going to survive this. I will tell you that. So just both of you describe how this happens.
Okay.
What your contribution is.
So I actually shift a little bit, so I'm not quite looking straight on it. I'm at its ass. I turn. So I know boar anatomy reasonably well, and I'm going to aim to drive my arrow through it and into its heart from the backside of its
rear.
Yeah,
it is
it is not up its asshole. You actually come in. You actually come in at like an angle from behind the ribs. I've gone hunting before. I know how to do this.
I know. I'm just saying, cinematically, from the asshole would probably be a lot better. I'm the editor, and I'm arguing with the producer. I'm like, no, this arrow needs to go up this boar's ass.
But then it would take all of the shit with it and contaminate the meat, and we're not doing that.
We don't know that.
So yeah, I turn and I shoot the arrow, aiming for its heart from behind its ribs, coming in from behind.
I'm trying to come in from behind and really get where I think the brain stem is, like quick as possible, and just kind of land on it and try and bury it and drive into the ground as hard as I can.
So unless you guys roll minimum damage, you guys arrow into you can roll too. See what happens.
Sure.
Is it still dead?
I did not use booming blade, so 21.
I think it's literally impossible for you to
So it has 11 hit points. So let's see what. So arrow straight in as Remy comes down and just buries Kumara into its neck, and it is dead instantly. Just it's alive 1 minute, wondering where Andraste is, and then dead the next. Then it poofs out of existence.
Norman!
Norman, no! We didn't mean to kill Norman again.
No.
Yeah.
So it is there. It is bleeding out.
Well struck, Remy.
And you yourself, Andraste. Wipe off the blood. Have a quick flashback of when I just did pretty much the same thing to that guy on the beach. Stabbed through him as he was kind of trying to get away. And kind of quickly wipe off Kamara. Put the sword back. Well, at least we have lunch and then some dinner here, huh?
And breakfast and lunch and dinner tomorrow. Are you all right?
I think so. It was quite the rush hunting like that. That was something. Well done. Well done.
You as well. It would have taken me a couple more shots to drop him. This was much quicker. This was merciful, clean.
I think I like hunting.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes, of course. Exhilarating. Well,
you are looking extremely off, my friend. And
I need some food. Perhaps one of those cookies would do me well.
It's
bad. You shoot real quick.
And I just laugh and reach into the bag. Just like I don't even pull the box all the way out. I just get the box, pull it up enough that I can get a hand into it, pull a cookie out, put the box back away, and hand it to him.
And I take one bite. Oh yes, that's much better. But I do think I'll need some more. Keep eating it all.
We'll have meat properly in a little bit, and I'm gonna set to dressing the boar field dressing it and wrapping meat in portions. So it's because I don't want to just leave stuff here. I want to put some of it into the bag in portioned off things.
Okay. All right, so we're gonna cut away from you guys for a while as you are field dressing and doing, making your boar picnic.
Terribly sorry to be away from you guys for so long. Thank you for indulging those.
It's only been half a day. What are you talking about?
Back to the tavern in the morning at Barden Thorne's place. They have just left. You have the day in front of you.
All right, Rakis, up. You have to walk this off. Whatever this is, you have to walk it off as he shakes him to stand up.
Okay, I know how to walk things off. I've died at least 3 times.
Too soon.
I waddle a little as I stand. Let's go.
We walk over. I walk to the bartender, Brandon. I say, where would there be a good library somewhere where I can peruse the book collection that you have here?
You're looking for a library in Saltmarsh.
Yes,
Elvish books, preferably.
Okay. As far as I know, there is only
maybe
one library near here.
Okay.
It is at the haunted house about 10 miles south.
Perfect.
Yes!
That's wonderful. Oh my god.
Please make Warren go schizophrenic for a minute. I'm begging you.
There's a guy there. He's into research and writings and picture books too, from what I understand.
10 miles. We have to walk that far to get some reading done. Maybe there's a school nearby or a market where people are selling I don't know.
Listen to him.
You might. I mean, you can try Magritte's. She's got a little bit of everything, but I mean, you're not going to find probably not going to find anything in Elvish there.
Well,
Not even just.
If we need to go to this haunted mansion, we will decide while we roam the city. Let's see what trouble we can keep you out of.
Yeah, bartender. We'll be back.
As we leave the room, the bar, I open the door and I say, do you think they're out there killing innocent animals?
No.
They brought enough food that they don't have to disturb the local wildlife, right?
Oh, yeah, probably. I mean, we're talking about Andraste and Remy. They're forward-thinking of the group. I'll murder both of us if you ever tell them I said this. But they're both very forward-thinking individuals and leaders and pretty comparable. Comparable? Pretty intelligent. I feel like
Yeah.
they're doing great. I feel like they're not killing anything that would hate to die. So
Nothing sentient, at least, especially with as much as Andraste's stomach turns when we commit violence. It would be hypocritical for her to kill an innocent being. I'm surprised she is not vegetarian,
Yeah.
honestly.
oh yeah, totally. I mean,
Well,
but she is great at cooking orc. My God, you should have had those orcs. Delightful, delish. Oh my goodness.
I will never live that down.
well,
I'll never
maybe
forget it.
the market might have good orc here. Or maybe, what do you think we should do? Should we go to the market, or should we disturb our friend McTurtle and see if he has, he could tell us the whereabouts of Saltmarsh?
You know. Oh God.
I shouldn't
What about
be
this
making
turtle
you
you were
think.
talking about?
Okay, let's go to the market. Let's see what's there. Let's see who is doing what. The city is alive for a small town, but let's. Do you remember when we were at the camp after we cleansed the forest, and we were running games on the soldiers there?
Oh yeah.
Maybe
I
we
showed
can.
them I could jump.
Yeah, maybe we can have some fun with the people of Saltmarsh.
I think I still
entertain
got it. I got an hour left on this if you need it. And then one ear becomes human and one's elven.
Oh, who in the town can we imitate?
I want to look around and see. Well, actually, hold on, wait. Are we trying to be conspicuous?
I have nothing of a plan. I just want to have some fun.
Biggest dude around.
I
look for the
you
biggest-
look to your left, and coming up from the beach is a turtle. Is Mitch the turtle with a bag that is just full of stuff? Out of the bag, you can see sticking like hilts from swords and stuff as he's like surprisingly fast, or as fast as you, moving up and.
Oh God.
We so he
I'm making a
kind of
move.
walks past us as we just stand speechless.
I transform into him, still speechless.
As you guys stand there waiting for him to go past you, and like not watching him, he doesn't go past you.
He
And
just
you look
stands in
over
the
and
middle
he's,
of
like,
us.
standing there, and he's like, well, hello. How are you guys doing this morning?
I'm staring at Uzo.
Hold on, Mitch. Mitch McTortle. There it is. Oh,
You gotta
maybe.
have the drawl and make sure.
Oh, that's right. It's
finger.
deliberations.
Think of KFC.
Are you looting the corpse down there?
Well,
It
I
doesn't.
guess that's one way to put it.
It doesn't appear that Saltmarsh has a standing army. What are you going to do with these weapons?
I was bringing them here. We can divvy up what is needed in the town and provide yourselves probably the rest, because well, you're responsible for taking care of that pirate menace.
Yes, that's right. We are something of heroes, aren't we, Rakis? We did do that for this town.
Totally.
I-
Totally.
He-
We are very much heroes.
You okay?
He
Do I
will
not
be
look-
fine. This is like he is like this in the morning all the time. With the goods you have in your pouch, could we take a look at them, and then we will divvy up to our friends whatever is remaining, because we know them best.
I was gonna hand these off to Barden Thorne.
You shouldn't carry them all by yourself to dear Barden Thorne, of course. Why would you do that? Buddy? I'm looking at Uzo.
I was kind of like looking at him like, no, not this guy.
I mean, fair.
Or you can do it by yourself. I don't care.
How about this? We are looking for somewhere where we could sit and particularly read and learn about the culture of Saltmarsh and around Saltmarsh, but you have no standing library here. Is there somewhere that contains books that is not a haunted house?
Oh, well, I can tell you that this gentleman Dalid has quite the collection of books and interesting things down at the haunted house. There's also an odd gentleman named Sam Fell, lives in the woods. Actually, Treehouse Library. I don't know. For some reason, he has a number of books.
Really? What direction in the woods? would you
There's a walking path that leads you most of the way there.
I'm gonna look at Uzo and just kind of. You think it's anywhere near anyone else?
Uzo looks at. I don't know what you are saying, Ruckus.
I
No
mean,
one
if
ever does.
if you are looking for information in books, Margaret has a wealth of information, cookies as well, and is a little bit of everything at the store. Maybe there's a book or two there.
Okay, I guess as far as the haunted house situation, is it actually haunted or an old wives' tale that you tell to keep the children from the area?
Like 1 to 10, how haunted? You know?
It is a tourist attraction. It is a fictional construct of hauntedness.
A tourist attraction.
Okay, so it's a lie.
Yeah.
Good.
Correct. There's a golf course there as well. It is very entertaining.
Bless you.
They have a buffet as well. It is. I mean, I am biased a little bit because I have a stake in it, but it is full disclosure. It is a fun time that you can have there.
Well, then let us go to the house, Ruckus. We can have some fun there. The fun that we intended to have at the market.
I would love to have some fun.
Is it open?
Is it normal type of fun, like combat?
Well, I mean, we can make a special accommodations for you gentlemen. We are waiting from Baldur's Gate. We are waiting for a ship to arrive with more individuals here.
How soon?
Don't say.
A couple of weeks. Peak season has passed in the summer months, but we still have twice a month a ship arrives full of partygoers and people looking to relax.
Interesting. Anyone noteworthy ever on the boat? You know, if you had to tell any crazy stories.
Oh, I mean, yeah. There was this one time. What was his name? He ran the Flaming Fist in Baldur's Gate. Yeah. He runs the city now. I mean, he was back then. He did not though, but now he runs all of Baldur's Gate. He came through here.
Friend of yours.
I wouldn't call him a friend. By any means, he paid well and had a good time and golfed.
Good. He seemed rather wealthy, right? You don't know the name at all, huh? Nothing.
What was his complexion?
He was a darker-skinned gentleman, much like yourself.
Oh, not orange.
No.
I knew that's where you were going with that.
Seemed like if he played a lot of golf, then the sun might have gotten to him. But he's a darker-skinned fellow. I'm always interested to hear more about people who look like me. But we will, while we still have some sun, we will try to get to this haunted house and just kind of kick around up there. The city is not very active at the moment. So maybe there's something worth discovering or reading or getting into up there, Arrakis? I will
Did you say
take that as a yes. We are going to be going now.
Oh, I didn't
My-
hear you say my name. I just heard us.
My
No,
friend,
I'm going to take this into Barden Thorne. We can catalog it and make sure everything is up to date in the books.
will do. Nice to see you again. This way to the house. We follow the path.
Yeah, there is a road that heads south along the coast. Just follow that. You should be fine.
Excellent.
We follow the road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow. That's pretty catchy.
Unhook your arm from mine.
Oh,
Most-
okay. You're not
And
going to skip.
copywritten.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to take a break here.
Hello, the
If that's all
Yellowstone
right.
thing.
Yes. So we're doing the Gale Force 9 giveaway right now. So enter #chaos in the chat. For your chance to win, you can only win once per month. We've reset it. Must be here at the end of the break when we come back. But you are not going to want to miss our break video made by Warren.
Stop saying that. It's a video you found on the internet.
That
Not a
somehow
lie.
talked all about the Foxy Irregulars.
Yeah.
Yes. So we will.
Sounds a little bit familiar.
Some random dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Love our community.
Yes.
There you go.
There was more to this video, but this is just a portion that I cut out, which is fantastic. So here we go, and we will be right back.
Hashtag yeah.
Do I tell you the tales of the harrowing snake Baga, known as Baga, who works with a blind man by the name of Uzo? I'm getting my characters mixed up. Telling a tale of adventurers in a cabin. Maybe I should change my appearance a little bit. Ooh. This guy is, this is his friend by the name of Baga. Don't worry. But this dude carries a staff because he's blind. It helps him move around. Actually, no, it's a spear. It's not a staff. It's a spear. He has a spear. That's right. Uzo has a spear. And he can't see either. Well, he couldn't see, but now he can. And he goes on adventures with his pirate buddies. The little pirate guy right here. That's Remy the Fox. Who is this? We need a ruckus in here. Yes, let's get a ruckus. That's Ruckus. Ruckus is a big warrior. The little pirate guy gets his knife. And then who do we have? A little pirate. Yeah, that's our halfling. This is our human. This is our other human, and we need an elf. We need an elf princess. Right, Tiana? Is that what we need? Let me see if I can find one suitable for a princess. An elven queen. No, she's not that small. She doesn't wear dresses either. Ah, here we go. This is more her. We will, you guys are in here. Tell me what stories you want to watch, or else I'm going to regale you with tales of the Foxy Irregulars as they battle the great Dendar from down below. Ooh. Dinosaurs, that's right. They fought a lich once. They did. So all of these 4 people over here, and the snake friend Baga, right, who hangs out with this dude, they're buddies. Fought this lich snake when they went into the cavern a few episodes ago for Kublai Khan. Let me get out of here so that you guys can have an idea of what's going on here. And they went down below to cleanse the forest of the shard that the dragon lich, blight lich was guarding. It went well, and then after our explorers were finished with it, they were greeted by a goddess. No, I should probably put these together before I bring them out. The goddess. That's not a goddess. Can I put this on top of that? No. Damn it. Come on. Not really very many choices here for. Ah, okay. Change the skin up a little bit. Okay. She visited Tiana. That was her patron, right? Thank you for cleansing the forest. We really appreciate it. Oh, you don't have to thank me. I was just trying to get back home. Great. Well, here I'm gonna just cleanse this forest now. I know I could have did that from the beginning, but I just wanted to send you guys on a quest because you're a capable bunch. Oh, if you could have done that all this time, why didn't you just do that? Well, there's no story in that. So, thanks for doing my dirty work. I'll go back to ignoring that you exist. Me and my god friends. Woo! And then she was off. And so the adventurers, what do you do after a successful adventure? You go back to town and you eat and you get drunk, right? Like that's what we do, right? We go to the tavern and we get burgers. I don't know, what do we eat? We get a cauldron of hot broth, and the adventurers sat around. This is so much better than Game of Thrones. You guys have no idea. Now, this isn't the orgy type of group. This is the adventuring type of group. We had barrels of mead, right, at the Foxy Irregular Tavern, with club sandwiches and soups and pizza. There was definitely pizza. Uzo likes pizza, and this guy eats ham hocks by the gallon. And then little Remy was like, "Hey, what about me? I can do a backflip and get on top of the keg and entertain our guests." And everyone was like, "What? You're a madman!" And then he broke out into song for all the patrons. It was great. It was great. But after that, they need to go back and adventure some more. So they decide to roam the countryside. That's what they did. The little one, the little pirate guy, not the black pirate guy, the white pirate guy. There we go. He's looking for a ship because he wants to sail the high seas, right? Lucky for him, like he finds a ship. Serendipitously, he finds a ship, and but the ship just it needs to be repaired. So he gets his friends. Hold on. Oh, fuck. My days are numbered, guys. My days are numbered. They all died of coronavirus, by the way. Sorry. Maybe that's too soon. But the captain does a leap onto the mast of his ship, and he says, "Hey, friends, get on my ship, because we're gonna go out adventuring and looking for my captain friend." So the human gets on the ship, boom, and he almost sinks it because he's so fat. And everyone else, including the blind snake guy, says, "That's not cool. Let me even this out for you." Boom. So they all get in the boat, and he says, "Wait, I'm missing a friend of mine." So, what friend are you missing? Here's the snake. He says, "No, not the snake. I'm missing the elven friend that I had." "Oh, here she is. She keeps changing complexions." That's kind of just like a neat trick elves do. You didn't know that elves did that. But she's like, "Okay, guys, I'm here and I'm ready to go with my magic wand, and I'll keep you guys protected." And they get on the ship together after a long-awaited journey, trial. I don't know what to call it. Not a trial. But they say, "Hey, we don't need a mast here. You get on the boat. We'll just go, bro." It's like, "Okay. Wait, I'm the captain. You can't leave without me." He's like so small, we can't even fit him in. What happened? Where'd I go? They always forget about Baga. They never really realize that Baga is there with him, but he's always there, watching and judging. So they sail the high seas until they run into another boat of adventurers. And this boat of adventurers is not exactly friendly, right? These pirates are mean. They're like Rambo ninja people. Yeah, we can't make them all black. Come on. Hey, there we go. That's diversity. And this is like the 20th century, but like they've got guns on their ship. It's crazy that they have guns on their ship. Look at that ship. How are we supposed to survive against that ship? That's crazy. But these guys say, hey, that's a way better ship than we've got. How about we just kill them and take their ship? So Baga, like a hero, goes across. He's like, I'll go distract him. And he does that while the blind man, who winds up having to save everybody all the time, does the same thing with his friend, Baga, on the side. And as he sneaks up on the ship, the snake kind of distracts this guy while the big human hops on the ship with his sword. If I can find the sword. This is rough. Yeah, the big human with his sword basically kills everybody and takes the ship for himself. And the captain couldn't be happier because like he's changing his complexion again. But he's like, no, I got a brand new ship because my friends are so cool. But where's the elven princess? Where did she go? We forgot her on the other dinghy. We totally forgot she couldn't swim, and we didn't mean to leave her, but we accidentally did. Oh, hey guys, save me and my magic wand and stuff. I'm over here. No, Princess Andraste. We'll come to your rescue. So they go and they pick her up on the boat. They just like totally just kind of pull the other boat into the thing with her, and she comes on board. Once I drive her on board. Hey, there she is. She took my place. Damn you, Scuba Steve. This boat ain't big enough for all of us. But we're one big happy family swimming on the boat as they go away, and they leave again the blind man and the snake behind. So they make it to a beach. Finally, they all get marooned on this beach. They crash. It's like, oh no, what are we supposed to do here? And the blind man, who's also changed his skin complexion, goes, maybe we can work in town for some of these people. They seem like nice, good townsfolk. I don't know. What do you think? What do you guys think we should do here? And then the human, the big dumb human, comes on with his sword and his axe, and he's all like, why don't we just kill everybody, right? Because we're stronger than them. Why don't we do that? He's not that big. No, they're bigger. Yeah, okay, there we go. He's like, yeah, why don't we just kill everybody and take their stuff? And then the little halfling person, captain, leader of the group, goes, no, we can't do that. We're the Foxy Irregulars. We're the good guys. We help people and stuff. And so right now it's 2-1, right? These two want to slaughter all the natives. Actually 2.5 to 1 because Baga wants to slaughter the natives too. But then Princess Andraste, who's like hell-bent on changing her skin complexion, comes back and goes, no, the captain's right. We must be nice to the townsfolk and help them because you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. Is that the way the saying goes? It doesn't matter because this group kills everybody on the island. The end.
And welcome back from that fantastic break.
I think that's a
We
pretty
can
spot-on
hear you.
cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Someone's echoing.
Yeah, I think without a doubt that is accurate, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, well
Definitely.
done, Warren. Just a round of applause to that, man.
Yeah, that was amazing. I loved it.
What are you doing in quarantine?
Yeah. Tons of mead was consumed. Yeah.
There is Tamago Toro with 500 bits for the awesome YouTube content.
Right on.
Ew.
Thank you.
Yes. Epic tale of the Foxy Irregulars.
As seen
Apparently
through
going
the
in and
lens.
killing all of the people. Never mind that Andraste would like put a wall of fire around you to stop that from happening.
Seen through the lens of you. Basically, that was an excerpt from the book that Uzo's been going around having shared, having written.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
He's new.
Right.
He's new to this authoring thing. He doesn't know how that works.
Nice. Okay, so
What?
Jay Matthews says that was his first experience with the Foxy Irregulars as a Cthulhu keeper himself.
Welcome.
I appreciate you making the jump over from Cthulhu. It's a very different kind of game.
Nice. So speaking of that, now is a perfect chance to type in #chaos. In fact, your last chance to type in #chaos to win a Gale Force 9 deck of your choice, or if you really want to do the starter set, you can get one of those too.
Yeah, I need everyone to make a sanity roll after watching that video.
I rolled a 98. How much sanity
I don't know
did
what
I
you're
lose?
talking about. That was great for my emotional health. That was amazing.
Like I'll joke about it, but the quarantine has been rough, and that made me laugh, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, that made me laugh. When you made it, when I saw it,
You watched
the
it
second
live,
time,
didn't you?
a little bit. I think I caught a little bit live. But watching it again afterwards, and then watching it again today was just fantastic. That was so much fun.
This is a lesson in if you make anything, share it with your friends, because even though you might think it is absolute dog shit, people will get their own value from it and be entertained by it. So if you're doing something that you're hoarding to yourself, the rest of the world deserves to see your creations. So share it with us, and share it with us in the Discord.
Yes,
Mhm.
please.
Nice.
Do it.
Excellent point. All right, I'm gonna load up Nightbot over here.
Here we go.
Dude.
Please don't crash.
Oh, it'll be fine.
That's
Gimpy
like
Gibby Libby, right on.
Hey,
Yes.
congratulations.
Congratulations. Subscriber for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Good friend of the channel. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Wunderbar.
All right, so
Yeah, I speak
moving.
that one word of German.
Yeah.
Wunderbar.
We're kicking rocks to
Yes.
the haunted house, and
Give me a
Uzo
can.
is periodically tripping Ruckus with the butt end of his spear.
So you guys have like half a day to make it down there. You probably are going to end up spending the night there. Due to the time it takes to walk there.
10 miles?
I suppose that's not bad.
I mean, I personally can walk 4 miles in an hour if I'm really pushing it.
I suppose.
Wait a minute. Can't you fly?
Yes.
You want to speed this up a bit, buddy?
We're here to take in the surroundings.
All right. Okay. I guess I'm impatient because I'm always thinking about bloody vengeance. But you're right. We should see the sights.
I don't want to use anything that I won't be able to use when I need it.
I mean, yeah, that's fair enough. You don't want to keep me company, though, because I already altered self a little bit.
Speaking of company, we should have some furry friends with us. As many as you can pull.
Oh my god, maybe we can speed the travel that way. That will definitely ease my stomach.
We might be able to ride some of them.
Way ahead of you.
Pull
And there's,
them
like,
all out. We never have a... Yeah.
Way ahead of you, as he says after you've said it.
I feel like that's every time that line
It is.
Just
It
roll
is.
it.
Bruno.
Paste, roll. So wait,
Okay.
determine the bag first.
No, both bags, all 6 now.
But which... But what
Which
numbers are
dice
going
for
to...
which
Yeah.
bag?
Oh, no. The first roll, the first
first
3
three.
rolls is the tan bag.
Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Hit it.
3d8. So
766. Roll it one more time
Yeah, you
Okay.
got a double in there, so.
for one of those
Oh, right here.
sixes.
D8.
That's a pretty good roll. 5. 765. Who is that?
In the tan bag, it is 765. Giant hyena.
Hyena.
God.
Harley!
I gotta
Harley
love the
Quinn.
classics.
A
right.
giant hyena.
Yeah, Harley. Oh,
Yeah.
all the names are there, but it's got to be Harley.
Mm.
Yeah.
5 is black bear, and what was the other one? 6?
Yep.
Giant weasel.
7, right? It's
Hoggle
5, 6,
might.
7.
765. 567. Right.
Yeah, black bear, giant weasel, giant hyena.
So I say hello to Harlequin and Hogglemite, but I say I don't think we've met before. So he's talking to the black bear as you pull the other 3.
I forgot about Hoggle the giant weasel.
As
Roll the
opposed to
3.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Oh,
3,
sweet.
4, 7. These are good rolls. Norm is
Badger.
out.
Badger,
Nymeria?
Norman. That's awesome. You remember that?
Nymeria the direwolf. Is that
Yeah.
Mm.
And Marian's number 7, I think.
That is okay.
So
I call Nymeria. I get the name wrong.
I say I don't want to ride any of you, but I am glad that you are all with us. Can I have a hug? And he wants all 6 of them to engulf him with a hug. And he goes to the black bear. Not you.
Yeah. They're like, okay, clearly some of them are not huggers. The hyena, not a hugger. So you get the fine, like, kind of like turns to the side a little bit. And the bear is just like all up in there, like,
Mm.
bring it all in. And in your mind, you hear, bring it all in, bring it all in. So good. Oh, you guys.
So I think I like this one. So I'm rubbing the bear. Everybody goes down. I rub the black bear. Like, this one is my friend. Norman, you are still my friend too. But this is also a good friend of mine.
He still
What
gives
is-
you like kind of a side eye look, like, are we?
Oh, classic Norman. Understandably hesitant as always.
What is this one's name? Do you have a name? Did we name him?
If I have to remember off the top of my head, I think new. I had one name, but I didn't really nothing.
What is the
Nothing
name?
we wrote down. It's
Let's
nothing.
name him
It's
now.
nothing too cool. What are you thinking?
Pooh?
What? I
No.
was gonna say Yogi.
Ah,
How about Yogi Poo?
Yogi Pooh.
That's graceful, right? That's a dignified name for such an elegant creature. Yogi Poo?
This hugger right here is definitely a Yogi Pooh.
Oh yeah.
You like Yogi
So-
Pooh?
Yeah. It
So
has a
the-
name, a cadence to it.
The bear
stringiness
turns
to it.
and goes, my name is Stephanie.
Yogi Pa. With the feminine X, Stephanie. She wants to be called Stephanie.
Stephanie?
I know it's who gave you this such a foolish name. It's fine. You can keep whatever name you want.
Stephanie the bear.
We
I
will
think it's
respect.
a beautiful name, but it's no Yogi Po.
Fine, I'll answer to either one. It's fine.
When you guys are sitting around watching the Puppet Fever shows inside the bag, then they can call you Stephanie. But out here, we will call you. Why did you use a deep voice when we went for the hug? Then
Bring it all in. My name's Stephanie. Bring it all in.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
There are
Actually,
men with deep
yeah.
voices. Don't even,
Mhm.
sir.
if
True.
Stephanie was a
Because
human,
I'm a
she'd have a
bear.
crop top and like a plaid like button up. Yeah, I got Stephanie pegged.
Yeah.
Bring it in, Steph. Bring it in. All right.
All
Yeah.
right.
All right, Stephanie. It is. No, it's no Yogi Poo. I will respect your name. I will not pronounce on it. Stephanie, nice to make your acquaintance, Stephanie. We are about to go to a haunted mansion, but I
Oh,
don't
no,
think.
Are there ghosts?
I think it's just a tourist thing. We're going there because they have books. As we're talking and walking.
Yeah. All right. At this
I'm
point,
riding the
so
wolf.
the two of you, so you are riding Nymeria. You are walking down this road, surrounded by animals, a giant hyena, a bear who's walking on 2 legs just because it is. It's just like
I
walking
want.
along with you guys.
God,
I
we are
want
subtle.
I want the animals to kind of graze in their natural way, but then Norman to come back fuming because he mixed it up with the local boar population, and one of their people went missing and having been murdered by a halfling that matches the description of the halfling he met before.
You are quite you are quite a
We
ways
are a
away.
long way away from that. We're up north.
Word travels fast among the animal community. I don't know. I just think it's funny that Norman thinks that Remy's a racist towards boars.
What? What?
Forest.
He's a boarist. Okay.
The boar
Maybe he
never
doesn't.
saw who actually killed him. He just knew about the elf.
That little piggy needs to not be made of bacon. Okay.
So you guys travel for a few hours, and you make it to this haunted mansion, which doesn't at all. I mean, it kind of looks haunted. You looking up, you see, shutters that are kind of off, hanging, some overgrowth. It looks pretty run down.
Is this a part of the aesthetic, or do they not have any upkeep of this place?
I look bored. I've seen more haunted than this, like at least last week. Alone.
Uzo detects magic on the front.
So you do a detect magic. There is a number of hits coming from inside. Quite a bit of hits, actually. Whatever school of magic, probably evocation is continual flame. So a number of continual flame spells on the inside.
Uzo pings it. A lot of illusion here. We should be in for a good fireworks show, if anything.
All right, and to make this weird, Dalid comes around. So Warren, what has Dalid been up to, and can we see what he has to say to
Okay, so I guess Dalid comes out of the basement to the front with a glowing. He's basically dumping alchemy wastewater into the front of the thing, and he goes to walk back in. He's got steampunk glasses. Dalid is a 6-foot Veldican, so he's got blue skin. He's amphibious, but he's on land. And he's an artificier alchemist, so he's kind of like a tinkerer wearing kind of steampunk tunic garb with steampunk glasses with like a magnifying glass that comes everything on him that's like magic. He's made in Jimmy's himself and fixes, and he catches the eye of the people standing in the front.
Dalid sees two humans surrounded by animals all over the place.
We're not open right now, and even if we are, the animals have to stay outside.
But I pulled them all out.
It's not how that works.
You pull. He drops the bucket and he meanders over to. He kind of like hesitantly kind of steps towards them. I assume they're in a line.
Yeah, I mean they're kind of around you guys as you are not threatening. So at first the animals were like on guard as you kind of came out, but with Ruckus and Uzo being calm, they're also calm. So they're kind of just like watching Dalid.
What do you pulled these animals out of the forest? This is this thing, as he points to Harley Quinn. This I'm pretty sure this isn't native to this part. As he gets up close to it, he's like dangerously close to it. He's got it by the jowls and he's kind of like inspecting the animal.
Yeah, that's Dalid.
Where'd you get an animal like this?
From both these books, and I'm still on top of Nigeria.
So he kind of
like
looks at the hyena and he kind of puts the hyena down his magnifying glasses leading him from one animal to the next, and then he comes up to a tunic and he's kind of touching, and he goes up, he like catches a piece of a knot that he thinks is like a lanyard, but it's Uzo's hair, and he kind of tugs it. Get the hell off of me! What is wrong with you? Oh, sorry, I get carried away. Dalajif, and your name is? My name is none of your concern. What do you mind this place here? Yes, well, no, it's kind of an Airbnb. If you guys wanted to stay the night, you ever stayed in a haunted mansion? Anyway, I digress. I'm with a party of people, and we took this place over because it was haunted, but it wasn't haunted. The person used to make gold in the basement, and then there was this big boom, and we basically took it over and stayed here because no one else would come with it, so there was no deed, and now everyone's gone except me because I do experiments in the basement. Want to see? As he turns to Ruckus.
Let me reiterate real quick. Your name's Dalit?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Dalit.
That's good. That's excellent. That is all I grasped from what you just said. Other than people pay to sleep in this place for a night?
As you talk, he kind of gets closer and closer and closer, and he grabs at your hair. How do you get it to stay like? Oh. Okay.
Don't touch that. Pomade is not cheap, and it is not easy to find. I had to have someone invent it. Or a friend of mine.
Is pomade?
It's what I'm told it's called, yes. It replaces mucus and feces, so I can easily and refreshingly spike my hair up, so that way people may stare at me uncomfortably.
I'd say this is 2 part mucus, 1 part feces, and maybe a quarter pomade.
Are you serious?
With a little bit of blood mixed in.
You better double check that. I'm going to talk to him if this is true.
whatever you say it is, as he wipes his hand on him. Well, come on in. I'm not much of a drinking type. I like to keep my wits, but you're more than welcome. And I do have to insist that the animals, as beautiful as they are, he's kind of taken back by the giant weasel.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh yeah.
and they're all like just looking at both Ruckus and Uzo for any sort of signal, right? They're kind of on like, is this okay? We doing this? We doing anything? Is this happening? That's the kind of look you get from the animals. They're all like looking at them, waiting.
They're more than welcome to hang out here. We do have a little bit of a I want to say weasel mole problem in the yard, so feel free to feast on them if you come across any. I don't know what. He looks down at the badger. I don't know what you guys feel about eating those things. Where did these come from? As he walks towards the house, ushering Ruckus in, and he looks back at Uzo. You gonna stand there and stare at me? Or you're gonna come in and join us? I will be coming in, but keeping a safe distance from you. That's as he walks and wanders in. That's probably wise. I do have a lot of booby traps on me. None of them activated right now that I know of. But if you hear a click at any point when you're walking through the house, don't move. Just call me. All right. I will disarm it. Don't move.
I appreciate your honesty and your alcohol. Let us go to that.
As he walks in, he said, I thought I said I didn't have any alcohol. I might have some herb though.
So
Plan stick.
There have been some significant renovations in the haunted house. In fact, so there is the tour haunted house part, but there is also basically an addition, which is sort of a bar / ballroom area that is new, off to the second story. So you work your way up there because that's sort of a place where you can be like, stay here. You're used to being like, yeah, everybody stay here. And then you can go down to the basement. And eventually they're like, wait, we're stuck here.
He's walking. He's like, here's the ballroom. Here's some stuff where their activities happen. Here's where we come in. We do our orientation spiel. And I do my work downstairs. Like I said, we're closed, so not very many of attractions here. But you're welcome to help yourself to whatever you can find. I was told, Uzo raises his hand, that there would be at least a decent library here. And Dalit kind of stops in his tracks and he puts his glasses back up and he said, another learned man, huh? Well, do you know what I have in store for you? Are you into alchemy at all? Do you mix your own concoctions? What are you looking for? A book to read? A technical book? Do you want to learn about the world? Or are you trying to hear a story? What kind of book are you looking for? One with words?
And just want to break in momentarily right here. At this point, comes up the stairs.
Yes.
Which voice do I go with?
Is this pre-puberty or after puberty young?
I mean, it
It's a
has
mix,
to be
you know,
after
he's-
puberty.
Puberty is a phase. I think he's gonna crack. His voice is gonna crack.
That's
You
true.
still have a Sonic voice? What do you? Yeah. Who's there? Oh my God. What do you
Go
want?
back to your room, Ung. These people came for entertainment. Maybe you can entertain them since you're looking. But this one right here wants to come to the library, so I am taking him with me. What am I saying? I'm talking.
You're saying it as
Dalek.
Uzo.
It's fucking Uzo.
I love this.
This one
It's like
wants
when
to
Bo
go.
interacts with himself on Natural One.
No, no,
This
you're
one wants
killing
to go
it.
to the library, so I'm gonna take him with me. But if you and the shithead over there want to hang out, you guys go right ahead. But just stay out of my lap. All right.
I told you to stop calling me that.
I have no idea what this one's talking about, but I've got some toys for you. And he kind of walks through and he pats him on the back, and he feels the squirming as Baga comes out. Oh man, you guys are you a druid? What are you guys doing with so many animals? As they ascend down to the lab, Uzo and Dalid descend down to the lab.
Nice. So leaving Muppets up
Wait.
in the bar.
Uzo, wait. It's awkward silence. It's like you can hear a pin drop and just.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you, young child, know where I can find alcohol to subside my hangover? I understand who I'm asking. Unfortunately, I see no one else in this room.
Whatever, old man. I don't even care. All right. I guess I could find something. You know, I think he has a cabinet for guests, maybe. You know, I don't know. Just follow me. What am I doing?
Aren't you in the bar?
Like off to the side. It's staring at it.
There's top shelf alcohol on
Yeah.
the bar. In
They
front
Gotta
of
be
you.
here somewhere.
Then Ung walks out of the room and briefly walks back in with like a bar top half outfit, but no, his regular pants is normal. And then gets behind the bar.
What do you want? You're the only person I really serve around here.
I guess I'll just have the strongest thing.
What is the purpose of this place exactly? He mainly does experiments and stuff like that, you know. He's a very inquisitive person, so I just kind of let him do his thing.
And he's like cocktailing, like, you know, like Tom Cruise, just flipping it around. And
You hear
Shake it up.
you hear a low thud boom, and then you feel the floor rattle a little bit. We're fine. That was supposed to happen. We're fine. He's fine. Everybody's fine.
Do we hear it in the forest? Do we hear the boom? Is it that loud?
No,
No.
it's not that far.
Can
You do
I-
hear 500 bits from Jay Matthews, though.
Thank
Uh,
you so much.
There's moonshine behind the behind.
Oh,
That'll
make
wreck
an apple pie in a jar.
From
Oh,
one
yeah.
hangover to the next.
So you as you're doing like a very tropical mixed drink, because the people who usually come here are party girls and guys.
Sweet.
It's Cancun basically is this place.
Spring break.
So but then you kind of look down and you're like, oh, Emma's secret stash down there. It's like, oh, he said he wanted some of the hard stuff. So you
Guess I
could-
better give it to him.
And then, but he says that out loud. And I'm just, what? Wait, what?
Nothing. I got it. You got this coming up. Don't worry about it.
So
Wow.
Why is he laughing?
So Ung pours basically a pint glass
That'll do
and
it.
just kind of like pushes it over.
Oh, excellent. And I don't owe you a single thing at all for this, do I? I'm going to take that as a yes. I forgot it was me. Look at Thomas.
So Ung knows that
Go
so,
GM, gosh.
Yeah,
He's not doing his job.
Emma has warned you guys ahead of time that there are people in town that may come and visit, and to anything on the house.
Well, excellent. This is delightful. I haven't partaken of it, but I'm about to destroy this drink. Now, who else seems to frequent this place other than tourists? Anyone of note that?
While you guys are talking, Dalit and Uzo kind of walk back up. Uzo stuffing a book into his shirt, and then has another one that he's kind of thumbing through. And Dalit right behind him is, that was an interesting trick. I think if I see it a few more times, I might be able to replicate that. That was an amazing illusion. How did you do that? I'm sorry, I almost blew the place up trying to replicate. He was able to change the environment just with a thought. There's some scientific explanation here as to how you made that lab look like a swamp, and I'm gonna figure it out and I'm gonna replicate it because that will come in handy some point. Huh? Interesting. And I hope that book that you found helps your buddy, but also helps you track down what you're looking for. That's all I know. This book has been most helpful. What do you call it? A reference journal, an encyclopedia? Yeah. It's an encyclopedia with information containing people from the island of Patakatifu. I've never been there myself, but I hear it's beautiful. And from what I can discern, that word is translated into sanctuary. So I don't know if that helps, but it's supposed to not be too far from here. It's south of Saltmarsh, according to the maps. I hope it helps you. And Uzo's kind of thumbing through. Yes, this is very helpful. Thank you. What have you been getting into up here, Ruckus?
Ha ha ha! The pint's empty.
Oh no!
Oh, give me a con check. Give me a
Oh
con
no! All right.
Have you been drinking with this child?
When you say it like that, man. Oh god.
Is it a con saving throw?
Oh.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
con save,
yeah.
Con saving throw. Okay. Oh, so it's 7 plus 7 right now. So
Okay.
14 total.
14 total on a pint of moonshine. No.
One inspiration.
No,
to
I got it. Indomitable.
Okay.
Hey,
waste it on
we got a D8 after a saving throw.
What's indomitable?
It means
level
I
9
get
ability.
inspiration. Yeah, inspiration on this saving throw.
Do it.
Do it.
Or, yeah,
I think
you
it's
can
once
reroll.
per short rest, maybe. I can't remember. One of the two.
Long rest.
Dalit wanders over and he grabs the empty jar and he smells it, and then he kind of recognizes the concoction in it, and he looks at
Okay.
Ruckus and he goes, "This man is gonna die."
Oh.
And I look like I'm about to die, and then my head pops up, and I look beautiful. I look perfect.
Did you
I
just
is
roll
what
a
I hope.
20?
I did. I
rolled a
rolled the
20.
wrong dice, and then I rolled a 20.
So the next one up on our
Roll the
list
20.
is that's a fortuitous circumstance. Okay.
Dude.
This one is
Love Indomitable.
turn a successful hit against you into a miss or critical hit into a normal hit.
Nice.
Nice.
This man is going to die. You drank this entire concoction?
Whew. I feel wonderful.
No.
So much better.
I
Fight fire with fire, I always say.
no, that's not what I'm talking about. This was Emma's secret stash. You're a dead man.
Emma?
If you're lucky, Ung, you're my witness. I didn't touch this. Did you have some of it? As he gets in his face and sniffs his mouth.
Of course, stop smelling my face, old man. I didn't touch it. I didn't do it. I promise. Listen, all I did was try and give the little drink to the guest because he's our guest. He's a tourist, you know?
We'll see if that holds up when Emma gets back. In the meantime, I'm gonna try to replicate and make more of this. You keep your fingers crossed that I can. Mr. Uzo, it was nice to make your acquaintance, and I hope to see you around somewhere. Bye. As he goes back down to the lab.
So ridiculous. I'm quitting bartending. Goodbye.
So Dalit and Ung leave you two.
Who are these people?
Saltmarsh.
I based mine off of M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar.
Oh my god.
Has he learned any more elements yet? He was at like 2.5 when we last saw him. Has he learned any more?
No, he became a bartender.
You were able to put
Just
ice in the drink at least.
Yeah, he's a waterbender now too. Sure.
It's a wonderfully lukewarm drink.
You feel another low thud bang as the earth shakes again. And Uzo just looks and that happens when he mixes some of the liquids downstairs into each other. I don't know what he's doing, but he might blow the place up accidentally one day.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, at least when I mix liquids, I'm only damaging my liver.
Is that why you're drinking them out of house and home? You're supposed to be getting over a hangover.
Yeah, fight fire with fire. I said that like 3 times.
You find out anything useful while you were talking to the boy?
Some people come here, potentially, every now and again. They peruse this bar. And, there's a good chance of that happening. Those people perusing this bar once more in the near future, but not a distinguishably near future. I got nothing. No.
How drunk is Ruckus now?
He's drunk. Ruckus is very drunk. He's not like throwing up and but he's drunk. That con save is not gonna keep you from that.
Come.
Not with moonshine, man.
I slur a little longer and then no, I got no information.
Come with me, Ruckus. We're going to get out of here before you do any more damage to this place. But once you get your wits about you, that blue one downstairs is very useful. He's given me some sort of instruction manual for you. That it seems to be written in common, but it should give you what his findings are in how to manipulate whatever shape-shifting you're doing. He had a conversation with someone and apparently tried to replicate that effect, but to no success. So maybe this will help you because he tends to not believe in magic.
Really? That's weird. He's in a haunted mansion.
He said the mansion was not haunted. He made a point to say that everyone here was making a big fuss about nothing. I told him I could talk to the dead, and he called me an oil snake salesman. He didn't believe it. I was in no position to convince him, but he did give me something useful, so I thought best not to insult him.
I mean, sure, yeah. I guess we'll just let him live with his foolish science and see how well that works out. All right, let's go deal with magic.
Walks outside. He calls over Nymeria, and Ruckus, let me help you on here. Get on top of her.
Thank you. And I stand still, assuming you will lift me onto Nymeria.
Ruckus. Uzo takes Ruckus's right leg, and he opens it, and he puts it over her, and he kind of positions Ruckus on Nymeria. Take this. Grab the hair here. Nymeria, please make sure he stays on top of you.
Yes, do your job, Wolf. And I'm like sideways on it, kind of.
Everyone, come. Yeah, he's kind of calling everyone who's just kind of like grazing, I guess.
Yeah, they're all coming back around.
I have one question, though, Uzo. Is there anything you saw in there that seemed particularly valuable? Anything at all?
He had a lot of gold around him, but he said he made it himself. So we traded. I don't believe you, Barbs. So I did not want to steal fool's gold. So I left him to it.
Sorry, were you guys just casing the joint? Like, what?
We always case every joint as a possibility, not an inevitability.
No, he so in his lab, he's trying to make things golden. Yeah, in the lab in the basement, taken over by the person who was haunting this place, who basically succumbed to his own experiments, was trying to do the same thing, make gold out of nothing.
Unsuccessfully. It should be noted. He had all of those things made out of gold in order to convince people that he had succeeded.
Oh, I thought that like
Nope.
Okay, yeah.
I just wanted to throw that out there because it didn't actually come out in the module, but that was definitely he had things made out of gold, but they weren't transmuted.
Uzo's sense is spot on that these are it's no value in there. This entire place is an illusion and a lie, meant to attract seafaring tourists in order to gain money. We took the most valuable things out of there ourselves. Successful trip along the countryside. I say we go back and we enjoy some more cookies.
Good. May this place rot and no one sleep in it or pay for that. Let's go.
So we make our way back to the town.
Yeah. So you make your way back. Ruckus, you have a very hard time staying on the wolf. But as you are like, so you can't go at a quick pace as you are going though, but like every once in a while the bear just kind of like pushes you back up a little bit as you guys are walking along.
Bear's on one side, I'm on the other side.
I'm a human metronome.
Moving at a very slow pace.
And by the time you return back to Saltmarsh, sun is setting, and you feel awful, Aaron. Ruckus. Aaron might as well, but
I need more Gordon beer to get me to that level.
Yeah. So you guys make your way back to the tavern. You are not feeling well, Ruckus, at all. That moonshine was awful and meant to be really mixed with a lot of sugar.
You drank all of it.
It tasted like gasoline, but it really hit the spot. It's still beating the crap out of the spot.
And you guys get back, and you see Barden Thorne is back in his room with the door open. You see another person in there with him, and now there are more people in here. It's actually sort of crowded, in a sense. I mean, it's not crowded, but there are definitely a dozen people enjoying dinner in the place. And there, you walk in, and the conversation kind of dies down as people kind of turn and look at you guys. And Brandon at the bar is like, oh, and they are back. Our heroes of the docks are back. Welcome.
Uzo walks through first and kind of ushers in Ruckus, and then waves
what are you doing
in
with the animals?
Waves in Nymeria, waves in the black bear, waves in Norman. They are with.
You're good.
They are with us. They are with us. They don't fight. They are fine. Everybody stay calm.
You definitely hear a lot of chairs screeching back from tables and like dishes clanging around.
They are more scared of you than you are of them. Okay.
People are like on edge as these animals come into the bar calmly in a line.
And so one of the tables that clears out, Uzo walks up. I guess this one is free. And Uzo sits down and he ushers the other animals to sit around and if they're small enough to go on the table, they're on the table. But I guess the hyena and the wolf and the black bear just kind of sit and perch around.
Yeah.
Ruckus, sit down. We're going to get some food in you. We're going to get some food for everyone. Bartender, please. The table.
Yes, out of Uzo's tip. Huzzah! And I cheer to that. Oh.
So the people that were sitting there kind of look around and move to other tables slowly and awkwardly as you guys sit around a table with a bunch of animals and dead silence.
I'm going to whisper to Uzo, is this more tension directed at us than normal I'm detecting?
I don't know what's wrong with everyone. Saltmarsh has been a weird place. I don't know why Remy has such fond memories of this. I don't know. Does Remy have memories of this place? No. I don't know why Remy speaks so highly or this place comes up so much, but everyone here is very off.
Yeah, what's wrong with them? And we have 6 animals around us.
The absurdity of it.
And a turtle as well comes up and looks like he fits in with everybody at the table.
McTurtle, allow me introduce you to my friends here. You know Ruckus, obviously. His situation has not improved since this morning.
Oh yeah, gotten worse.
He reaches out and touches you and casts Lesser Restoration.
Why did you do that?
Oh, I feel even better than the second pint of moonshine. Oh my goodness, thank you. Another round.
Where did you get the moonshine?
From a lovely, not so lovely haunted mansion down the way. 10 miles down the way.
Oh yeah. You drank the moonshine. How much did you drink?
Whatever was inside the mason jar is now empty. He consumed it all.
Only a respectable pint of moonshine.
20 ounces.
Respectable.
Was it poison? He has consumed poison before.
It tastes like gasoline.
No, but there is a certain tricky halfling to watch out for.
Oh, the blue one said that was a problem. The person who owns the moonshine might come looking for you, Ruckus. Then what?
What? Okay, well then I'll fake my death until I seek my vengeance against them, like we're doing now.
He's done that before.
Currently. Thank you.
I believe Emma's in town for a while, so perhaps she won't even know.
Hopefully we'll be gone by then. But if you do see her, you have not seen us or our furry friends here.
I have a feeling a word will get around the town.
Anyway,
I have a feeling it won't. And I move my hand. It doesn't do anything.
and his long halberd, just like as you go, I think it won't. Just as like, just kind of with your arm a little bit away.
Well played.
This is Nymeria. This is Stephanie. This is Mac Badger. This is Hogglemite. Norman.
Hogglemite looks at you like, "Whoa, dude."
What? Uzo's talking to the animal in the native tongue. What?
Yeah.
That is your name, right?
Hoggle. Yeah, I'm not shite.
Oh, I corrected it. So in everybody at the bar who's still kind of like, what the fuck, is watching Uzo go,
And the only thing I pick up on is the hoggle shite mite thing, and I'm just shaking my head along with him.
He looks at Ruckus. Honest mistake.
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Everyone, this is McTurtle. He has the same job as Andraste, but you see his weapon is way bigger. Everyone, McTurtle.
I am the same job. I'm a murder turtle. That's pretty much what I do.
You're a murderer.
Oh, that's right. You are. Oh, please take a seat with us.
Doesn't look like a myrtle to me.
Look like more like a Shannon.
Yes.
Ruckus. So inside the captain's ship, it might have been a gruesome scene for most people, but you look like someone who is very familiar with carnage.
Oh yes, I could.
I
describe it
almost
vividly.
took the captain's head off by slitting his throat. Ruckus actually took the head off his vowed enemy and kept it in a bag for several weeks. It's
in
amazing.
a bag. It's on my hilt, and I lift it slightly off my hilt.
Oh, there! Everyone in
It's
the
like a
bar sees him
keychain.
pull a bag out of a head.
Pretty much any time
It's a
throughout
desiccated head.
me
It's very
getting that
shrunken.
head,
Yeah.
anytime through getting that head till now, I've had that around my hip.
There are more chair sounds.
Everyone relax. My God, what is wrong with this place? He goes to McTurtle.
It's like they'd never seen a man with a decapitated head keychain around his belt, along with 6 animals and his blind friend who was no longer blind. God.
Actually, McTurtle, you have not been properly initiated. I have a question for you. What do you think of this? And he stands up and he lifts his and
Sorry.
is facing everybody else at the rest of the bar.
We are not holding pleasantries back.
What was
are we?
what was McTurtle think?
What is your AC?
Yeah, Turtle's out of its
What
shell
do
now.
you mean? It's out of 20. What'd you roll?
I roll so 22 to hit.
That's pretty
As
amicable.
the back end of his halberd just is like goes in.
to stop the rag from coming up.
Yeah.
Ah,
to
shit.
hit the rag, to
What?
hit the ropes.
No.
Not amongst mixed company. I mean, later if you want to, maybe head down to the beach. We could exchange
No.
methods of cutting people's heads off or something.
Oh, I thought it was going to be way more perverse.
So when
Yeah.
you stab them right in the neck, and it's just like, it just comes out, and it's very efficient. And they come to you, and then you just do that over, and they come to you some more, and then you do that some more.
Nobody gets that. Totally. They died the way they lived.
It is an
Blood
art.
in them and now out of them. You get it. This guy gets it.
It's even more better. More better is actually a word and a phrase that I invented because I've read it somewhere. I've recently picked up reading, so more better is very valuable, very legitimate of a word. But it is even more better when these people have that coming to them. Their revenge is a dish best served cold, I say.
I want us to, without saying a word, high five, and then just go
Yeah,
back to the
he doesn't
conversation.
He doesn't even look in Ruckus's direction. He just holds his hand out and is like,
So the rest of the dinner is actually brought to you. The dishes that were in front of you are taken away. Those people get new food. There is food brought to you guys. There's a lot of merriment and other people do come up and like you see them wanting to thank you and then getting close and just going by, and they're just like, nope. No, I'm not part of that.
it is okay. Pet them. They are friendly. As he's like, where are you going?
He is less murderous than the average bear. Come on.
And eventually, after a few hours, the place kind of empties out, and it's getting late.
Well, very, very eventful day, Ruckus, of touring the city, finding a haunted mansion, drinking the halfling moonshine. I have not forgotten about that. Hopefully the blue one can make a recipe before you get murdered by her. Because after all, she is the one who brings us the cookies.
Wait, that's the same person?
I think so.
Oh my god.
It is, right?
I've
Yeah.
made a huge mistake.
On the rest of the 2 boxes of cookies.
He just looks 1,000-yard stare. Oh my
If
god.
your
I've made a huge mistake.
If your selfishness has cost me more cookies, I will never forgive you.
I dare you to hockey punch me for the next box of cookies.
The halfling will do it for me.
God, I love our teamwork.
At this point, have the animals disappeared, or have they slowly dissipated, or are they still there?
No,
By dawn,
until
bro.
dawn.
Have you guys slept in a bed? What are the beds in the bag like?
So actually, you get they're pretty decent. Stephanie's got a big king bed. It is very luxurious.
A hotel?
Inside the bag is a very large set for a
It's a
TV
cushy
show.
existence.
Who has the best smell, Nymeria?
I gotta go to stats.
I'm gonna ask one of the animals as the night comes on and says, Ruckus likes to eat a plant stick, and I feel like smoking, but there is only one of us who carries the herb with him. I don't know where he keeps it, so maybe we can check his room for it.
Yeah. For 1 second, he doesn't have it on him.
We're scouring Remy's room anyway.
Well, the question is, did Ruckus actually eat that plant stick that I gave you?
Of course he did.
I never deliberately openly said I did. I just assumed.
Ooh.
I think you guys can find something.
We're picking resin off the floor with
Yeah.
I say
Look, I have a tool.
and then we go with the animals and we hotbox your room. All of the animals.
All right, so you guys go up to one of the rooms with the giant weasel, the
Black bear,
black bear, the
Wolf.
dire wolf,
the hyena.
Badger. Yeah.
the
Hyena.
giant hyena, and a badger.
Yeah.
Not a badger.
No, there was a badger. It
The
was
boar.
3, 4,
The
7.
boar. And Norman
Or
the
And the
boar
boar. Norman the boar.
up into a room.
Did Norman hear about his species being murdered in the forest?
He
Did
did not.
Okay.
The word has not traveled that far. You guys go up. You have a surreal time up in the room.
As a joke,
well-
once I wanted like use alter self to turn into Uzo and say, "Dude, I'm you."
Don't do that. Why? Don't. What are you doing?
You're tripping out, man. I'm you.
And Uzo puts a minor illusion of Harabas's head on the wall across the room. Oh yeah, look at that. What is that over there?
Ah! And I throw the throwing hand axe that I rebound at that
And it-
spot he put.
Threw it into the wall.
That's not a butter knife.
Where is your butter knife? Why you've had that the whole time, and
I
you've been
have.
throwing butter knives?
Oh yeah, from the second I met you. But butter knives seemed more clean, more distinguished, more buttery, slippery. They really glide off the hand.
Can
Who
you
are
pop
you?
this one back?
I don't. No, I just threw it. I called a butter knife. Here, look, butter knife, and it's the hand axe actually in my. I can.
I don't know where to start with you, Ruckus. This is
Drops, recall, drops, recall. As you're saying that.
what do high people do?
Forget
So
things.
Tell me.
Puppet theater.
yeah, so Uzo
I
Play
forget things.
Dungeons and Dragons.
sits down and he like uses the sleeves of his. He's like entertaining everybody. He's entertaining. He's on his bed, and Stephanie and Norman and Harley Quinn are like sitting watching him, and Ruckus is sitting on the floor Indian style watching him as he's doing a puppet show of like catching the animals up since the last time we saw them. And then we got on a boat, and then Ruckus was attacked by a shark. And this was really stupid to do because he had a potion in his pocket the entire time.
That is so accurate. I totally
All right, there were
did.
like how many times that you guys could have grabbed the boat? I'm just saying.
Yeah, like stick your feet against the damn thing. You have the spider climb slippers.
I want Ruckus to say, like, entranced in the story. That is so true. I had so many opportunities to leave. It's amazing. How accurate.
And then he tells them of the other animals' harrowing tale. Then we had then the baboon and the other. Some of you were there rampaging through the prison, saving the people who got on the boat. And We were in this big fight. And for a moment, I was the captain. Look at me. I was the captain. Because everyone else was dead. So I became in charge. So I was ruling for a time. I was a merciful captain. I was a noble captain, but I was a captain for a short period of time. And we've got another boat on its way here. That boat is in bad shape. Some of you will probably meet the crew and some of the passengers there. Those are the people we saved, and they're on their way here, which you probably won't be around for. But maybe we will have some reason to bring you back out to meet them. They might need some cheering up. So the next time you see them, if there are no explosions and fires going on, be friendly to them. Did I miss anything, Rakus?
No, that was perfect.
Thank you. Maybe we can
so-
get them to document this. I don't know what to call this, but I feel like there is a huge market for it. Maybe with the kids, when I get back to the orphanage, I can do the puppet show for them.
You could recap so many things, even our life stories, if you must need or wanted to.
I
That's
have
amazing.
to dial it down to make it more age appropriate, because I don't want them to remember me as someone who slits throats, even if it's bad people.
Oh no, R rating. It has to be.
Yeah? You think
I'm
they are ready for
inventing a
that?
rating system. Oh, they will be ready for it.
We shouldn't coddle them from the world. Yes, we should expose them to all of life's brutalities early, so that they are not offended or taken back when they are crossed with it in reality.
And it is
I
not
agree.
the narcotics telling me this about the movie. It should be that. I mean,
Not
play.
narcotics.
You're not narcotic.
Not narcotics.
I thought we were having some in the room. I know, but I'm just saying. I'm making fun of Hollywood in the 90s, 80s.
So the narcotics, and for some reason Uzo just like thinks of a winter mountain cap, and the entire establishment is covered in snow, hallucinatory terrain snow, as if like it's 2 inches deep everywhere.
Now, does that also do sensory stuff, or is it just sight?
It's sight if you're close enough to it to touch it. With a check, you can discern whether or not
Okay.
it's illusion.
Some of the animals are like, whoa.
The animals are high too at this point. Yeah.
Yeah.
dear
Uzo, you also get a lot of thanks from these animals for bringing you out just to hang out. Because normally you were throwing them at things that murder them very quickly. So it was nice to, they're basically in quarantine, right?
Yeah.
So today we got them out and they were able to go around and like explore and be outside.
I share the moral of the story. I say, guys, I've come to learn something with Andraste's help, and I wanted to share it with you. Life is not all torment and pain. There can be some reprieves. And I wanted to share that bounty with you, because the next time I might see you, you might be dying. Or you might be playing with children. Who knows? This is the circle of life. Right? Uzo's now imparting high knowledge to everybody. Right? Because a man's greatest positive is a negative. Right? A mega negative. Right? And he points, right? Points
A
at Harlequin.
negative.
He points at Harlequin, right? She knows what I'm talking about.
And she just does that thing. Yeah, her mouth's open like a dog. And just,
Wait, the hyena is very like glazed right now.
Oh yeah.
Uzo stands up and goes,
Just laughing.
I get it.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I have a cookie in my pocket. And he remembers he has one remaining cookie. This
Animals,
is the
get him!
best day ever. And we're all start wrestling, I guess, for the remaining cookie.
All right, we're going to cut away from this.
Thank you.
this is plot.
And we are going to go back into the forest in the afternoon. You actually, it's 5-6ish p.m. It's evening at this point. You have cleaned the boar. You have made a fire. You have had lunch. You are able to do whatever you need to do this evening. You have also found a very decent place to make camp.
I want to quickly apologize to everyone who was expecting this really deep and profound moment between Uzo and Ruckus. Sorry.
Was anyone expecting that?
I did, and I feel like I got it. That was pretty profound.
Okay. All right. So if it's about 6 o'clock, I'm actually like making dinner after we've set up camp. Now we've found this comfortable place, and notably, Andraste did not use magic at all to start the fire or anything like that. She's doing everything by hand.
Okay.
What can I do, Andraste?
Well, you can set up the bedrolls over there. That looks like a good spot if we have any rain tonight. I don't think we will. And I look up through the canopy. I imagine I'm starting that there's no like clouds or anything.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
But just in case something blows in overnight. One thing I've learned about the sea is that things change very quickly.
Indeed, that is the truth. How much like life it is. Very well. I'll go set up camp. Yeah, the bedrolls.
Thank you.
I go over there, kind of set everything up, and take a minute and talk to Kumara briefly. Say, Kumara, can you? Do you think you can do the thing again?
Maybe. Give me a. Let me just do this. I think Kumara says, "I think I can. I think I can."
Good. Thank you. I get it all set up and I go back to Andraste.
And she's just finishing cooking up the boar for dinner and passes you serving.
Oh my goodness, this smells amazing. Are you kidding me?
There's nothing quite like open air cooking for flavor, even with the meagerest of spices.
No, this is most excellent. If I had my brothers, I would have a magic spell that would allow me to flavor anything. That would be nice. That would be very nice. But,
that would be very useful, I think.
It would, but this does not need it. It's amazing. How are you doing here in the forest now?
Better. I feel a little bit more like myself out here.
Well, that's good.
I mean, not to say, sorry, that came out wrong. It's not that I don't feel like me with the irregulars out in the world doing adventures and everything like that. That's become a very important part of me, and I love it so much. But that's also only who I've been for 3 or 4 months.
Yes.
And this life, this hunting and cooking over a fire, this is who I've been for 120 years. So
these 3 months seem like much longer, don't you think?
Don't they?
Yes, we've been through so much. One thing after another.
Constantly. Never having a chance to slow down and think about things.
Yes. You don't think that that Ruckus and Uzo will get up to anything too bad in the town, do you?
Well, if they do, there is members of another adventuring party that can hold against them if necessary.
I don't think that's an excellent idea at all, actually. I think that if they were to come up against another adventuring party,
they would at least get slowed down. Maybe stop and think about it for a second.
We will have to see.
We'll
I'm
find
sure
out.
they're fine. I trust them. Definitely Ruckus wouldn't do anything stupid. Sorry.
That's
I said
awesome.
it. I said it
Someone
as
clip
soon
that.
as soon as I said it. I just I'm sorry.
I'm amazed. I'm honestly amazed that you could say that with a straight face.
It was hard. It really was. It was. It was +9 to performance, you see.
But I do have to say that it's nice to step away for a moment and not worry about them. I do all the time. Worry about all of you.
And having a moment to just breathe is nice.
I'm glad. You know, I'd really appreciate it if you'd worry about yourself more.
I am trying.
Yeah?
I made a point to say that I needed this to step away for a little while and come into the forest.
Okay.
This is
Well,
very much trying to take care of myself.
well, then I'll let it be. And I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you coming along. Your company is very welcome.
You know, it's interesting. I don't think it would have been my thing, 3 or 4 months ago. And honestly, I usually prefer the sea. We've got the ship now, got a crew. Here we are on adventures. After you saved the forest and your dead kin in that forest, how did you feel?
The most alarming collection of emotions. Because on the one hand, it was a relief. I had given closure to my people. I had been part of removing a great evil from the forest and making sure that it didn't happen to anyone else. And then it also, you know how you feel sometimes when you're going down a flight of stairs and you expect there to be another step there, and then there isn't a step there, and you trip over the open air?
Yes, actually. But
Like
don't
that.
worry, I always catch myself.
I'm glad.
Yes.
That's how it felt. Like I was off balance and unsure of what to do next.
I feel that right now, actually. What do I do now? What do I become? I thought I'd sail the sea with Barden, Captain Thorne. It's not to be. I have the irregulars, and what we're going to do, but me as Remy? What do I do?
And that's the sort of question that only you can answer, I'm afraid. I'm still figuring out. Right now, my purpose is the irregulars. You lot have become my family, and I will stand with you to the ends of the world. But what do we do after we confront a god? What do we do after we unleash Denda and finish the mission that Uzo's patron has put upon us? What do I do then?
Who will we even be
That's a good question. I am
after
very,
seeing that, doing that?
even now, even without something like that, I am a very different person than I was 3 months ago. Stronger. And I don't know.
After, do I find an island? Do I go back? Do I settle down? Do I have kids?
Well, for whatever it may be worth to you, I think you'd make a phenomenal father.
Ah, well, that's where you have it wrong there, Andraste.
I don't think so. You are someone who cares deeply, who loves deeply, who feels deeply, even if you try to pretend that you don't. And I can see that serving you very well in any relationship that you have and with any children that you have.
Ah. I could only have children, I think, with one person. She gave me the opportunity to be with her. I chose the sea. I chose the life of a pirate, and honestly, I'm afraid that she's moved on, but I cannot. To this day, I cannot.
When you love, it's hard to do so, isn't it?
Yes. No worry, I guess I shouldn't fret. We could all be dead here. I don't know if Ruckus and Uzo managed to piss off the locals or something. Would never happen.
Remy, if
Yes.
there's anything that I've learned about the forest in all of the years that I've spent in it, deflection doesn't work. This is the place where you come to be with your thoughts. This is the place where you confront them one way or another. That's part of why I came out here. I have nightmares about everything, and I needed to be somewhere where I could work through them.
Nightmares.
Damnedest things. I don't usually have them, but ever since the Blitch, I've been having the most terrible dreams. I think you would call them elves don't dream exactly, not like I understand the rest of you do, but I think that's the closest concept. When you have a recurring thought, an invasive thought that you can't stop chewing over and over and over again, a thought, a memory, that's what it's like.
Right.
So.
As if you're ruminating on it.
Yes. And this is a place to deal with it.
I usually deal with it with an inordinate amount of herb, and I write. Andraste, I don't know what the future holds, but remember in that meadow, you kissed me, you told me you loved me.
Yes.
And I got a little standoffish since then. If it was to be a dalliance, but you are worth more than that. But I could not. But my heart is with her, with Winifred, my Winnie. And though she may not want me, and though she may have already forgotten about me, I am hers, and I do not know how not to be. I write my poetry for her. I wrote one recently about her, and then, well, it's all very stupid, isn't it? Never mind.
No, it's not. Remy. It's not.
Are you angry with me?
No.
I'm sorry.
Sad.
I'm sorry. I try so hard to be everything to everybody, but I just cannot.
Nor should you be. You are yourself.
Would I understand how it might be difficult. I don't really share my poetry with anyone. But I don't really want to show you if it's going to upset you. It's okay. I'm sorry.
I'd like to see. Please.
Very well. There's a couple here. This one, I don't usually rhyme in my poetry, I'm sorry. This one here is the one that I just wrote, and I hand her the book, the journal. Or would you prefer I read it? I don't know how you like to consume your poetry.
Usually I read it, but I would like to hear you read it, if you would.
Oh, goodness, here we go. You won't laugh. You promise.
Not.
Okay. It's romantic.
I know.
But it's also painful. A kiss from you is more valuable than any gold or silver. And I, a dragon, will forever sit upon my hoard. Go say something, I'm dying here, come on.
You know, it is likely that I will live for another 700 years or so. And I can only hope that in that time, I find someone who thinks of me the way that you do of her. It is a rare gift. It is precious. And I hope she understands the gift that she has.
She would not, she doesn't even know where I am if I'm alive, I'm sure.
I very much doubt that she has forgotten you. Her life circumstances may have changed, but I would bet the entirety of a barrel of mead that she has not forgotten you. Nor could she.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and for this. It's not something I've told to anyone really, and I definitely couldn't show this to Ruckus or Uzo.
No.
So what now? Just spill our hearts here in the forest, and we wake up in the morning and everything's better.
We wake up in the morning and things will still be as they are. There is still always a journey to dealing with it. But Pouring your heart out is the first step. You can't exactly heal a wound if you're going to keep hiding it.
But you know me, don't
I
you?
do.
It's what I do. I hide it. And I put on the face.
And you know me, Remy the Fox. I bring light into dark places. And I know you. I'm not going to let you hide from what you are feeling.
I was angry on that beach the other night. I was angry that we were fighting. I was angry that I almost died. I wanted to kill every one of them, you know. I wanted to kill every single one of them. And I enjoyed watching the blood flow out of Colton's neck as he screamed, and his screams turned to gurgles as the blood hit his vocal cords.
I don't think any less of you for that. Do you
Ma'am,
think that I do not feel the red rage? Where do you think my fire comes from?
honestly, I don't know much about your goddess or whatnot.
There is a goddess of joy. Fire isn't usually her weapon. That's me.
Your rage is always righteous.
Not always. I am as much a person as you are. I feel I'm still so angry at Uzo for all of this. Part of why I wanted to come out here was to deal with those thoughts and emotions. I'm still so angry. And things that we have run into, the petty bullshit that we have seen people do. Gods, there are times when I wish I could light everything on fire and just walk away. I am no more righteous than anyone else.
You are.
I'm not.
You are, Andraste. It's your actions. You keep it together. You keep us together. What you do matters. A man was crawling away wounded from me, trying to get away from me. And I pinned him to the beach with Kumara, through his abdomen, and let him bleed out there on the beach, in fear, as he slowly felt his life drain. And I liked it.
And now?
Now I'm judging myself for it. But I could see me doing it again. All of my frustration, the ship, everything came to a head on that beach. Colton, Thorne, my years of exile, all of it, all of the hard work, the irregular phoenix blown apart. All of this. And I took it out on those men. I don't want to turn out like Colton. That's not the captain I want to be. I need you to watch me. please.
Of course. May I speak frankly for a moment?
Yes, of course. Seems to be the theme of the evening.
I am worried about the effect that Kumara is having on you.
Kumara? Kumara has only helped me.
I have been noticing it for some time, that there are times when, I mean, you always have the rage and the frustration. That's part of being a person. But I heard you say once, drink deeply, Kumara, as you were killing someone. And that alarmed me. You were not quite yourself. You looked like you did when you were the were-rat.
Kumara made a deal with me.
Mm-hmm.
The deal was to be wielded by one of skill and to take lives. And this is why I tell Kumara to drink deeply, reminding them that I am fulfilling my end of the bargain. Kumara has only ever helped me. Just last night, just this morning actually, Kumara has granted me a new gift, a new power that will make it easier, better, help me live and survive. Do you know I can see in the dark? All of it. All of the dark. Even that which is created by magic. And that is Kumara's doing.
You asked me to watch you. Do not think for a second that I haven't been. And this is what I have observed. And these are the observations that I am bringing to you.
But then Kumara is of Dendar and Uzo's god. All right. Kumara is some kind of key.
I
Okay.
understand. Remy, do not get angry with me.
Sorry. Kumara is fine. I am fine.
You do as you will with the information. I bring it to your observation.
Thank you. Kumara has made me much more powerful and has always done everything that I have asked in granting me that power. Do you remember before I found Kumara? Do you remember that, Remy? Weaker?
I remember that Remy very differently than I think you do. Because that was the Remy that I fell in love with.
Does Kumara not have anything to chime in on with this?
Dude.
Nothing?
Does a sitcom audience go, ooh?
Mara's silent through all of this. That's all right.
Sorry, guys.
Just get a little defensive, I guess. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to bring the mood down. You know, more than I already had.
It is getting very late at this point. You guys have been talking for quite a while. The sun is setting. And it is getting dark in the forest.
We should get some rest.
Yes, of course. Thank you again for bringing me out here and letting me deal with all of this, as he gestures to all of him.
I'm just going to reach over and put a hand on his shoulder and just squeeze it. I'm never very far away, Remy. And yes, I won't lie, my heart hurts. But that's life. Even if we were to have a dalliance, it was fated to be short. Because as I said, I could live another 700 years, and you won't. Loss is part of love.
This is something I'm very familiar with.
Consider it a silly crush, if it helps.
I don't think it's that silly. I mean, look at me. Yeah.
You're not wrong.
Silly. Yeah.
Weird hat, short.
Yeah.
It's not
Well then.
silly, but as I said, it was fated to be short.
And now you're taking digs at my height. Okay. Very mature.
And I'm gonna reach into my bag and actually pull out the tall halfling and flip to a back page that was blank, and hand it to you, and you can see my writing on it in Elvish, and but it has the structure of a poem.
It says you're writing. I cannot read it.
I know, but I wrote it for you.
For me?
You shared your poetry with me, what you wrote for me about my silence and indifference stabbing you like a sword.
It's true.
Oh, did you think I'd forgotten that?
I'm surprised.
I remember most things about you, Remy. And when you write something specifically for me, it's a little hard to forget.
Well, thank you. Do you care to read this, or should I wait until I can get it translated?
Why would you need another translator when you have someone who speaks Elvish right here who wrote it?
Please.
And take it back and read. The radiance of the dawn pales in comparison to your warm smile.
It's very good.
I'm not exactly a poet. It's not my thing, but every once in a while.
I'd say you have the making. I mean, you're as much of a poet as I am.
I think you're a little bit more than I am. You write more than I do.
It doesn't make me more of a poet. That's the truth. You put yourself on that page. That makes you a poet.
And regardless of anything else, you are my friend. Closer than that, you are my family. And that is more important to me than anything else in the world. So yes, I hurt. Fine. That's life. But I am not going anywhere, and if you try to do anything without me, I'll be very upset.
I would never dream of that.
Good.
Upsetting you. Usually has bad consequences for me.
It's a bit of a dangerous game.
Yes. Yes.
So
I pray for Uzo's sake.
I will work through that. Because as you pointed out, his actions make sense from a certain perspective. It's a different perspective than mine, but that doesn't mean it's invalid. So I think about it, I weigh on it, I let it simmer in the back of my mind. That is the better part of wisdom.
I think we should take a little bit of this and then retire. What do you think?
I think that sounds like an excellent idea.
All right, so you guys decide it is time to finally
Blaze it.
relax at the end of the day, blaze it.
Yeah.
You guys get high, you're sitting around, the crackle of the fire is mesmerizing as you hear thumping coming through the woods. And we're going to pick things up next week.
Oh, God damn it!
You son of a...
Gorgon coming back.
No!
It's only CR26. It's in the woods.
We're
As
gonna
are you
die.
guys.
I wish Remy's poem was, "There once was a man from Nantucket."
That's
how it opened.
I have Kamara is just like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna let this simmer. I feel like it'd be like angel, like I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Oh!
Kumara may
Sixth
be
Sense?
biding their time and may speak to me about it. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, Kamara is well aware that they're trying to speak against Andraste at that moment would probably be the worst idea.
I just have
Kamara's
like
not stupid.
that's true. I definitely have like a Dave Chappelle Kamara in my mind is like, oh, she's lying. She's talking that shit. Son. Don't listen to her.
So
Fuck
A, I
your
wouldn't say
couch.
Kamara, I would not say Kamara is not stupid.
You would not
Well-
say that the Kamara is not stupid, so Kamara is stupid?
I'm just
Mara's
saying.
not a cock block.
That's
It's not
probably
a role.
more apt, yeah.
Not their role.
No, Remy does just fine on that on his own.
yeah, that's the thing. If anything, it would have just been it constantly saying in your head, "Do it, hit her, hit it, hit it, just do it. You gotta have sex. Do it." She's asking for it. No, literally, she's asking for it. No, honestly, you know.
You're a wrecking machine.
So we got so much bits. So a couple of bits coming on. So we've got Total Party Chill
Oh,
came in with 500 bits.
thanks so much.
Thursday,
TPC.
6 p.m. Thursday, 6 p.m. is Quizzes of the Coast, where you can do trivia and you can actually win cool prizes. And also, you know, beat your other viewers at knowing D&D lore and weird stuff. So
Hi,
check
Devin,
that out.
thank you.
It's a fun time. Thank you. We had Rav Starburner with 1,500 bits for you guys, for the players.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you,
Someone
Rad.
remember that.
Interesting. Yes. Thank you for the bits. All the bits are going to be great. They are going to go to the Tavern Upkeep this month. We appreciate it. And in fact, all of these bits are going to go into the boy. There were so many that came in that we have another Gale Force 9
I was like, are we close?
giveaway. So we'll do two giveaways on Saturday.
Excellent.
So that'll be again you could be this Gale Force 9 deck, or this one, or it could be a Cthulhu starter set.
Ooh.
Could
you
grab
will.
it.
Who can say?
And then so yeah, I mean, boys triggered. It's just like bam, done.
Yeah,
Nice.
because we have 21 on our side, and 17 of that's going to go into the boy.
Yes, and I had 18 plus. So yeah, all into the boy. The boy does reset once we hit it. So thank you guys so much. That is going to push us 75% on the Tavern Upkeep.
Dude, wow.
Tavern Upkeep
Thank
under
you.
normal circumstances is a very big stretch goal. Current circumstances, you know, thank you guys. That's all we're saying. Thank you guys.
We really
Awesome information news coming up for next month's Tavern Upkeep. Thanks to it's all saying. It's all saying. It's great. It's great. It's awesome. It's amazing.
I can't drop it. I've like watching Remy's interaction with Kumara and then Andraste chiding me for like torturing dead people. I'm like, do you not see him talking to the bloodthirsty sword over here? So I've just been like waiting for
something.
this.
She's been waiting and sitting back on it and watching, because here's the thing. She's 126. She is 3 times older than the oldest of you. She has had a long time to consider how the world works, and it's not outside of her nature to sit back and go, I'm gonna wait and see how this plays out, as long as, you know,
As long as it doesn't wind up between my shoulder blades.
exactly.
It's like, say yes, fucking say. Oh, sorry. I'll stab her, son. Now's your chance. No, not with me.
That's a funny joke.
You know, it's kind of funny. So
I'm Rick James.
when Bo took this level in Hexblade Warlock, I did not. I was like, okay, what I don't want to do is I don't want the sword to be sentient. I was like, I'm like, 'cause it'll just, because it'll just be weird and all this stuff. And like, okay, he gets his sword, and as soon as he picks it up in game, I'm like, oh yeah, how's it going?
Right into it.
Oops.
It's your little buddy, your other
Yeah.
little buddy.
There are so many things where I'm like, I definitely won't do any of this, and then we start and
it just
Yeah,
happens.
Right to it.
or we're going to do all of this, and then we start, and then none of it happens.
That is the life of being a DM, I have heard.
Yes.
I just kind of relate
so-
to that feeling in life, honestly. You're not going to
So
mess up this
next-
conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Next week we will swap this. We will have a heartfelt moment between Ruckus and Uzo. Maybe in a couple hours of just them in a room talking. with some
Hopefully as
animals.
romantic.
He totally.
Are we gonna play next week?
Uzo didn't sleep on his bed. He slept on Stephanie. He kind of cuddled up with Stephanie. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the moving pillow. Exactly. Till all of a sudden daybreak.
Daybreak and you're back. So what we are going to do next week on Chaos Agents, so we have a mitten on Monday, right? So we've got the mitten on Monday run by James. Tuesday, we're going to hang out and talk. The Chaos Agents here, we're going to hang out and we're going to wrap for the night. I'm tired and things are tiring, so just taking a break. We're going to answer your questions. We're going to chat with you guys all night on Tuesday. Just hanging
Movie
out.
talk.
We can have movie talk.
We'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about in the chat. We will.
Movie,
Yeah.
TV, video games, just not
If
D&D.
it's movie talk, I'm not calling in, man. I have nothing to contribute to this conversation.
I will spam your phone.
I will just sit here and be like,
Carol
I want
Baskin
onward.
totally
That's all
killed
I
her
can say
husband,
about movie
right?
shit lately.
Carol Baskin totally killed her husband.
G.I. Joe is on YouTube right now.
Retaliation.
All the episodes. I started watching episode 1, and it is like this hooded figure walking up this mountain with these guys pulling this a number of huge crates, and it's a cobra lair, right? So it goes around this mountain. We see this temple. There's like cobras, statues all over it, and they get up to it, and in goes this hooded figure up to Cobra Commander, who is like, "You're late," and
Yeah.
With the hiss.
Yeah, you're
Oil face.
so late. And Destro pulls his hood back, revealing his metal face, and goes, "That because what was it? It was that's because it is very hard to get to this needlessly melodramatic temple."
Does he really say
He
that?
said that?
He does, yeah. Yes.
I love that.
That's
Very
awesome.
ruckus moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like
It's funny to go back and revisit a lot of older sort of cartoons and things that meant to like teach kids lessons, and you're like, whoa, that was like way too heavy for an 8-year-old. Like, you're like, who wrote this in? Was that something for the parents?
Probably.
oh yeah.
Just watch Watership Down. That's all.
No.
C
I
Lab
love
2021.
Dude,
I
that's
love-
so good.
I love the meme that is going around right now, which is Flint from G.I. Joe saying knowing is half the battle to kids, and then a close up of his eyes, and the other half is extreme violence.
It's not wrong.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
It's funny.
G.I. Joe.
Exactly.
Trauma
All
in his
right,
eyes.
Dude, they had Sergeant Slaughter on there for a while.
Oh my God, yeah. And the fridge had an action figure.
Wow.
William Perry, do you remember that?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
from the Bears.
Yeah.
I only know it from the toys that made us.
Oh yeah, I lived it. Okay, hey everybody.
G.I.
More of
Joe's made
this
the
next
best
week.
wrestling figure,
Yeah.
by the way.
You want to come and hang out for like 3 hours of this? Come and hang out with us next week.
We dare you.
We're gonna spiral down a pop culture YouTube hole for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Looking forward to that.
We're a thrive.
Yeah. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, mitten on Monday, hanging out on Tuesday, just chilling.
Like McGillen.
Yeah. Yeah, and McMuffin? No, McLovin. That's
McLovin.
I like to make muffin more. Chilling like McMuffin.
Have you seen Superbad? Come on.
I have, yeah.
Okay.
But just make
Of
muffin.
course. Sometimes I just watch movies just because I know it's going to be like a pop culture thing, and that was one of those movies.
That's what's got me wanting to watch Tiger King. I don't want to watch Tiger
I'm not
King.
gonna do it.
I
No,
watched
we're
it
not gonna do
before the wave. What do you mean? You're not?
Oh yeah.
I'm
You
so
think-
hipster about my Netflix.
Just don't buy the Pops vinyl figure. I feel like it defeats the purpose of the message of the documentary of the Tiger King.
Crystal meth will turn a straight guy gay, man. That's the learnings from.
It will turn anyone
Tiger
anything. That
King.
monster.
This queer person very strongly objects to that particular message. Thank you.
No,
Have you ever had
Not
crystal meth?
just uncover.
No.
You don't.
you should try.
Studies must be
Inappropriate.
taken and done.
Dude,
Controlled
Tiger
studies.
King's a case study in a lot of things, man. Holy fuck, that is so much.
You
to
know
unpack.
what it is? It's one
He
of
did
the
something that
it's
terrible.
study in willpower not to watch that garbage. So
I've lost
there
it.
it is.
I'm ready to get out of here for the night.
Yeah.
Are you really not gonna watch it?
No.
Oh.
If as soon as you watch it, you are hooked. Promise
No,
you
I
that. So
refuse.
it's like, what is it? Substance D from Scanner Darkly. There are people who've seen it and people who have not. There's no like, I turned it on and I didn't. So as soon don't. The first taste will kill you.
I have less than no interest.
Okay.
We'll see. I might give it an episode. We'll see how it goes.
Watch anime. I'll recommend some stuff.
You're gonna
There is
binge
a
it.
brand
Anime I'm
new.
much more interested in.
There's a brand new Fallout 76 that I on my PS4 right now. It was 55 gigs to download the day I went like, oh, I'll sit down and play this.
Ha.
55 gigs.
I need a PS4. I don't have one and I want one.
I'm gonna drop a GIF into the Discord that I made, exclamation point Discord, because I'm in the Stadia sort of Facebook group, and all we do is shit on console bros. And one of the things we do is just talk about these ridiculous loading times and storage that you need. Oh, you bought this game, you don't have enough space. Guess you got to delete something else you bought.
It's the one thing we got.
Yeah. Sorry. Fanboying. like crazy.
We're done. We're done. More of this vitriol towards console people next week on Chaos Agents. We're gonna go to bed.
I'm gonna recommend some anime.
Thank you.
Go to the Discord.
Go to the Discord.
guys.
Put it in the Discord so we can talk about it. We're on my one half. That's what I'm saying. All right.
I'm remember, I don't know where things go. Does this go in the memes, in the general, in the media?
That'll be memes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye, guys. Sorry.
Bye, everybody.
I'm the kid who didn't go to sleep when the lights went out.
Shut up!
Fading the music out.